you guys. It's great having your support. So, and let's get into it. Let's start in the chat. Little G Griffith. I'm a big fan of the Eagles season. Better Eagles kick, Vikings butt. I guess that's who you have next week. The
That's what
Vikings.
we have next week. Yeah.
Okay, and Lou, what's good, man? Thanks for tapping in, man.
Who's in the building?
So we got stuff. We got things to really talk about. So bear with me. I'm a little groggy. Long day, like I said, long day of college football streaming. So and thanks to everyone who was supporting there. So, but let's jump right into the first topic. Because the Giants played, both teams played Sunday and Thursday, so you're kind of getting a little double uh, hit with both teams. First with the Giants losing to the lowly Saints, making Rattler look like he's the second coming of Joe Montana. For those of y'all who don't get the joke, yeah, it's an old joke. So, but yeah, to me it was an extremely bad loss. One team you should have beaten. You were projected to beat, and you didn't. You made that team look like they were a Super Bowl champion, man. So, you know, to me, it was a bad loss. What about you? What was your thoughts on that game?
I was shocked. I was looking at the game. I'm like, the Giants should be destroying them. They got the Saints looking like they are friggin' a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and I thought the Giants were going to be better than Dallas Cowboys, but I'm like, what the hell is going on with this team?
Exactly.
I'm glad I was going to bet on them, and I'm glad I didn't.
Don't bet on the Giants. Don't bet. They're gonna make you lose your hair. They're gonna make you lose your hair. So, like I said, it was frustrating. It was aggravating. Every Giants fan after that game. I mean, literally, it. If you had said it was 99.999999% of the fan base is ready to move on from the head coach and the general manager. Yeah, it was to that magnitude, man. Everyone was. So, and for me, I've been saying there should have been a change from the start of the season, at the end of last year. So I don't know. I mean, I had a talk with a friend, and he was like, "Yeah, but what if?" And he painted a scenario, and I'm like, eh, and he ultimately he said, "You just really don't want Brian Dable here. Brian Dable could probably win the Super Bowl, and you still probably want him gone." And I'm like, I don't want to admit I'm wrong with him. I'll admit I'm wrong with everything else, but him. But he's
right.
Yeah, but he was right. I just don't want to be wrong about him because.
Oh, I know how that feeling goes.
Yeah, so
I got a coach. I got a manager like that right now.
Well,
manages the Phillies.
Here we'll get into that because the Eagles have lost 2 in a row. To the Broncos, who are right now down to the Jets. They're down to the Jets. The Jets. They at halftime, the Broncos were up 10-6, and the Jets have just now taken the lead 11-10. The Jets of all teams, the Jets.
It's his offensive coordinator, coach.
Yeah, so
he's ass. He really is. He is so bad. He's predictable. If I am just a fan, and I know when they're going to run it, what kind of pass they're going to throw. It's a guy that played Madden and thought he was really good playing Madden, that he's going to freaking manage this offensive coordinator. He's in there playing a goddamn video game. It drives me crazy the way he plays.
What's up, Cade, man? Thanks for being here. Thanks for a great job last night with me, rocking with me on the stream on the college zone. So it was a blast. So what's up, Mosley? Thanks for being here, bro, man. So I left. You know what's so funny? To be brutally honest, years ago in minor league semi-pro football, there was this one team that we were going up against, and I'm sitting there, I'm just like, there's no rhyme or reason to the schematics this dude is sending out here, right? So I was confused. When I say we're whooping the crap out of them, we're whooping the crap out of them. So and then one of the guys on the team, he's like, Coach, you don't realize that he's out here running Madden plays. I'm like, what? Wait, hold. Are you serious? And then a couple other guys on the team are like, yeah, because they had played there. They're like, yeah, he's running Madden plays, Coach. And I started laughing. And I looked across the field and I yelled to him, you're running Madden plays in a real football game? And then one of the referees looked at me, and then he looked across the field, and then people started laughing. And then after the game, he comes up because the guy used to play for me. He's like, Coach, why you say that? Why you come at me like that? I'm like, because my guys are telling me you're running Madden plays. You didn't learn anything from me playing for me at all. You're gonna run Madden. And then he's like, but I know you wouldn't be prepared for that because you don't really play Madden. I'm like, oh my God.
You don't know Madden.
Yeah, because he knew I stopped playing Madden because the game. It used to be in tournaments, man, money tournaments, and I think I had one game that I lost in all the tournaments, and everybody used to get mad at me because I play football. Right. I sat down, they would go 5-minute quarters. Sometimes if I got the ball first, I'd eat up the whole first quarter and about a minute and a half of the second quarter. So the guys are all picked. And then I'm like, and I'm going pick on when I go on defense. I'm getting turnovers or whatever. And then they get mad, I'm like, you guys are stupid. I'm like, first of all, I'm a football coach. I know how to
defend it.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, and it's a computer game and it's a game and I played it. I know what it's doing for the most part. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So, and he knew, he was like, yeah, when it comes to, a Madden, I think I haven't played Madden since 2006.
Yeah, I haven't played Madden in a while.
Yeah, so it was just because the game, it's like, even guys today, they're like, Coach, you can play it. I mean, it's more advanced. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not because it's not going to figure out what I'm doing. That it doesn't matter. You need a person to really sit down and analyze what I'm doing. So, but
yes.
Here we go. Let's get back to the storylines.
That's what the Eagles are doing now. The offensive coordinator is playing fucking Madden. Because, Coach, when we played the Rams, you know how many times we ran the ball? 8. Whole game.
You serious?
8. Not lying.
Wow.
Saquon Barkley ran it 5 times, and Dillard ran it 3.
Yeah. Whoa. Wait a minute. I mean, that's.
8.
I mean,
8. 8. Passed the ball the whole time.
Let
me. Then we played the Giants. Saquon Barkley running all over you.
Start the game. Yep, I remember.
What happened? We stopped running the football.
Well,
everybody knows. You know this. I know this. You run the ball, opens up the pass.
That's basic.
It is common sense. It's been like that since football became football. And we don't do it. That's why I said this guy plays Madden. He wants to throw the ball more than run the ball.
No, you're right. I understand. I understand where you're going. Yeah. That is frustrating. I mean, because when Saquon right off the bat started running the ball against us, I'm like, okay, it's going to be a long night. Many Giants fans said that, Philly's going to come in. They're going to run the ball on us all night because that's one of our weaknesses, defending the run. And I know we have bad defensive backs. Don't get me wrong. I know we do. But you bring one of the strengths of the Giants into play, which is the pass rush.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I mean, didn't you sack us 5 times?
I think it was something like that. 4 or 5
Because
times.
Jalen Hurts holds onto the ball too much. If you watch him, he holds onto the ball way too much.
Let me see.
And then
Hold
you
on,
have friggin' he never leads a receiver on a pass. It's always behind him. Like the
Mm,
wide receivers we have had to reach behind him all the fucking time.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Can
mm-hmm,
you lead our receivers on a run? If we're running a slant, throw that ball
mm-hmm,
in front of them. Let him go
mm-hmm,
get it and catch it, and then he still is on stride, not missing a beat. If he had to
mm-hmm,
go faster, guess what? He stays at the same speed he was already going. Now, Jalen Hurts, he throws it behind him all the time. Drives me crazy. I'm like, watch this. It's going to be an interception. Threw it right behind him, and there was a pick. You might as well say it was a pick 6. I was like, if it wasn't Saquon Barkley catching him, but
mm-hmm.
it was awful. But it's the offensive coordinator that is the biggest problem. He's got to.
Mm. I mean, I get you when I'm trying to find this stat. Here's the stats from that game. This UX. Jalen Hurts was sacked 3 times
Okay.
in that game. So, what's up, David? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
So,
David.
yeah, you could take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, matter of fact, here, let's take a look at this at the stats from that game too. So, um, I mean, while you were watching it, what was your thoughts? I mean, did you get to the point that you were ready to, like me, a couple of times, wanting to throw my something at my TV?
Nah, I kept on shooting the finger to the goddamn offensive coordinator every time they showed him. Like, fuck you jerk off. Because
Yeah,
you think you're playing Madden?
look
And
at them.
everybody is like, oh, A.J. Brown's getting traded. People need to stop this, by the way, because it don't make any sense. You can't trade A.J. Brown. He just signed a contract. It
Mm-hmm,
will hurt the salary cap more than Carson Wentz
mm,
salary that we got when we got rid of him. More. It's going to be like 55 million. You just don't let a guy. You can't
mm-hmm,
trade him. You can't let him go. Sorry,
mm-hmm.
there's a salary cap involved, and it's 55 million that you'll get hit with.
I don't know
Can't
where
do
they,
it.
I don't know where that 8-7. Yeah, you ran 20 times, rushed 20 times for 73 yards. That's something you can't do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you have one of the best offensive lines in the league. You got to rely on that.
Yep.
David, we're going to get
He's
to a little
not
hockey.
doing it.
Trust me, we have that on the table today. So,
We do have that on the table today, Dave. We'll be talking about it.
mhm. So I mean, Goddard, definitely 110 yards, receiving
He was
yards.
doing good. I was doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll trade him for a pass rusher though. I'll trade him in
Traded
a
for.
heartbeat for a pass rusher. If
Let me
somebody can get to the damn quarterback, I will trade him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, see now the Giants. Look, we rushed for 172 yards, so which is exactly what you're talking about. You need to run the football because the run game does so much. I mean, it sets up the pass game. It also eats up time sometimes. That you may need in during the course of a game. So
But
you
this is
know,
also our defense because we're the bend but don't break defense.
hmm
Means
hmm
we will give you the short yardages so we don't get the long passes talking on us.
hmm hmm
You're not going to get you're not going to get the 20. You're not going to get the 30-yard passes. You're going to get
hmm
the 10. So
hmm
if I'm giving you 10 yards, that's a first down. I hate the bend but don't break defense. Did they prove me wrong? Yeah, I guess so because we won a Super Bowl with it,
Mhm,
but I
mhm,
still hate it.
mhm, mhm.
It just stupid shit. But
Look,
if we don't
I
get rid
get.
of our offensive coordinator, it's gonna be bad.
Do you think that it would be cause for? Do you think it will keeping your offensive coordinator can set a trend where the team starts to spiral and go in the wrong direction instead of being one of the top teams in the league?
If we don't get rid of our offensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Because what happens? Negativity comes in. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna make
Mm-hmm.
Saquon Barkley be pissed off. You're gonna get Jalen Hurts pissed off. You're gonna get Lane Johnson mad. You're gonna get the offensive line mad.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Mm-hmm.
they're like, what are we doing here? We're not running the ball. Even Lane Johnson saying, putting our offensive coordinator on check. We are the best offensive line, and you're not running the ball. And when you run the ball, you're running up the middle, running on the sides. Give him my side. I'm taking them guys out. Nobody can stop me. I'll run right next to him. Like it's crazy how they do it. It's a guy playing Madden. It really is a jerk off playing Madden that thinks
Oh,
he knows what he's doing.
what about? I mean, what level of culpability do you put on Sirianni?
I got to put a lot on him because he's the one that went with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh well, he's gonna learn as he's doing it. What do you mean? This is football, coach. Do you just put anybody in there and say,
No,
hey, learn as you go?
no, not learn as you go. You train him underneath you,
Yes.
and when he's ready, you put him out there.
So if you're the offensive coordinator, you're going to say, all right, I'm going to make this guy listen to me and follow me for a couple of years. And he's going to groom underneath of me.
Mm-hmm.
Not here. Learn as you go, buddy. Just get in there. It doesn't work. It just don't. And it happened a couple of times with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
We had an offensive coordinator, one of our offensive coordinators become a defensive coordinator. He didn't know one fucking play on defense. He didn't know what a play was on defense.
Mm.
And he was trying to be the coordinator one year.
That's weird.
And all
Not.
we had Jimmy Johnson was about to pass away. He had cancer,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and they gave an offensive coordinator the job. And Jimmy Johnson said, "Here's my playbook." Gave him the
Mm-hmm.
playbook, and he screwed it up.
See,
One of the great defensive coordinators ever.
oh yeah, I used to hate Jimmy Johnson's defense. I respected it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There are elements that are in my defensive schemes, but I mean, there's a lot of There's a lot of different schemes that I include into my defense,
Right.
and I'm one that I love cover zero. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I also know not to run cover zero, all game long. You have to mix it up. You have to run too high. You have to go single high, go
Yes.
quarters, give them a read. You send the blitz on occasion. You want to overload one side. You want to move your line. So there's different ways to do it. So, and Jimmy Johnson, God rest his soul, was one of the best ones. He definitely was. So
He was a great one. Like
what's up,
his
Mrs. Half?
mindset was unreal.
What's up, Mrs. Halftime? I appreciate you. Um, Yeah, it's a big test going up into Denver next week. But we'll see. Denver's defense is a tough one. They definitely are a tough one. But the Jets are giving them a go. The Jets are winning by 1 point, 11 to 10. I'm
Here's
going to
the
be
crazy
honest.
thing.
Hmm?
Remember, I always tell you the Eagles always lose a game that they're supposed to win.
Yeah, you have said that. You have said that.
It's every year. Now we were supposed to win against the damn Giants. We were supposed to spank y'all.
Yeah, no one. I mean, no one gives
Nobody
us a chance.
expected this loss the way we lost.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys spanked the shit out of us. It was like, oh my God, what am I watching?
yeah, Yeah, I mean, I was, initially, I mean, I had my concerns, going in as a fan, I'm like, but I will say this. Shout out to my man TP. Since Tuesday of last week, he and I both said the same thing. Giants going to win. I kept saying all week, we're going to be grilling some. Would say we're going duck hunt. I mean eagle hunting season. We're going to grill some eagles. I got the barbecue sauce ready. My brother was talking trash to me, so and I'm talking trash back. That's really what got me going early in the week. So he's like, you ready for this ass whooping? And I'm like, man,
Happens all the time. Eagles are supposed to win a game and always come out with a loss. But you don't think you're gonna win.
I
You're
mean,
really you got this in the bag.
you know what? That's every team, though. When you really think about it, look at the Giants. What did I just say
No, it's
earlier?
every team.
Yeah, I mean, and for the Giants now, it's a
It was
great
the same
win.
for you guys, and then you
Yeah,
lost.
I don't know because on the same token, Brian Day will piss me off in that game. Trying to run into the tent when an injured player when and I understand that's your quarterback. You finally got your quarterback, but bro, don't even go over there. When you got Mara saying, "Yo, you can't go over there,"
Right.
it's like this is why I call him a Napoleon. He's a little Napoleon, man. He just it's no rhyme or reason sometimes to what he
Yeah.
does.
I'm like, what's he doing? He has to be focused on the game.
Exactly, and
I
the
understand
other
he's
players.
panicking, but he can also just get somebody and say, tell me what's going on over there.
Exactly.
You gotta focus on
Ex-
this game. You responsibility anymore. Don't care what you do. Find out what's going on. That's what he's supposed to do. I'm not
David.
going over there to figure it out. You tell me what's going on.
Exactly. He's too much of a control freak. So yeah, we're back on the field in Philly in 2 weeks. So
It will be in Eagle Stadium. So
yeah, so it is down in the link. So it'll be a different ball game. I do expect it. Philly's going to be ready. They're going to want revenge, big time revenge. So I mean, so hopefully it's still a competitive game. That's the biggest thing. If it's a competitive game, the Philly's going to be ready and the Giants can compete. Because Jackson Dart is showing me a little something. He really is. I love Scatterbo.
he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, no, I mean,
It's gonna take him a little bit because his offensive line, his wide receivers, he's got to find some kind of stuff. But he's been all right.
well, you guys, I mean, you guys just got to get back to what you were talking about. First and foremost, run the football. Run the football. um get back to the basic foundation, and that's what you need to do.
Yep.
Use Saquon Barkley. I mean, it's surprising to me, and I understand last year, he ran for almost 2,000 yards. Maybe you're looking to not overload him, and you also could be concerned about injuries. I'm going to be honest with you. He had with the Giants, it just seemed like every year he was always injured. So sometimes coaches probably want to pull back and not put the risk.
We
But
have AJ Dillard, coach.
you see he fumbled.
Yeah, he fumbled. He dropped.
Mm.
That was like everybody was like, "Oh, he didn't fumble." I'm like, that's
Yeah,
a
see they
straight up punch the
fumbled.
ball right out.
Right.
He didn't
Hmm.
hold. He didn't hold that ball tight enough.
Hmm. Well,
He
I
got
mean,
that ball taken away from him.
but for turnovers are a big factor. I mean, that's one of the reasons why the Giants lost against the Saints. 5 turnovers. If you don't turn those balls over, the football over, and with the Giants that game, they fumbled while they were going in for scoring opportunities. It changes the whole dynamic of the game.
Yep.
So same thing with you guys. And that turnover that Hurts threw on the interception. You guys were going for at least a field goal. You know,
Yeah, and he threw it. It was like what on the 15-yard line. He threw
yeah.
it right there. Like I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be picked. I'm like, I
And,
started panicking. I'm like, you can't believe this. And then you guys took it to the 20. If it wasn't for Saquon Barkley, it would have been a pick six.
yeah. So I will say this because initially I thought, okay, great defense, great. And then when I saw the breakdowns, I'm like, bro. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, before the snap, the first thing I said is when I looked at the defensive formation by the Giants weren't single high. They were. You could tell it was cover zero. I
Yeah.
said point blank, if AJ Brown is not running some type of a post or a quick slant, and
Yep.
you don't throw it to him, y'all are crazy. I mean, even if you wanted to go to Goddard, because Goddard was in this hook zone, and you could dump it off to him,
Oh,
but to throw that deep out, you allowed the undercut and return. So I was just like totally amazed. And I forgot Emmanuel Acho broke it down. He said, Hurts did not play a great game. There were so many missed opportunities that were there for you guys, and that's why I say the next game, you guys are going to clean that up. You're going to clean that up.
I figure we should clean it up, but I mean, like I said, AJ Brown. I mean, like AJ Brown's getting mad. He's not getting mad at Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's getting mad at the offensive coordinator? He said, "What is this bullshit? We're not running the ball. We're not being the team that we were last year."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He deserves to be mad. Everybody in that locker room should be fucking mad.
Mm-hmm.
I respect AJ Brown for that. I'm not calling him a crybaby. I'm like, he's telling you the truth. He's telling you there's a problem in the locker room. He's not saying I got problems with Jalen Hurts. I ain't got problems with Saquon Barkley. I got problems with the offensive coordinator not doing the right shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to learn on the job.
See, that's the wrong type of statement to put out there. Even if it was true, you don't publicly put that out there that he's learning on the go. No, first of all, you're in the NFL. There's no freaking way you should be learning on the go.
He's doing.
You should know what you need to do. You should have coached at lower levels to get yourself prepared to be able to coach in the NFL. I can tell you right now, if somebody came to me, it's still going to take me a year, maybe two, to get acclimated, maybe to the speed. There's more schemes and things that you're going to put in. But I also know most of the stuff that they do in the NFL is already in my playbook. A lot of my guys used to look at me like, "Coach, are you crazy? You got a damn NFL playbook." We don't have the time to do it. I'm like, you don't need all the time. But I mean, my defensive playbook, it's about this thing.
Right.
My offensive playbook, it's a little bit more intense, but again, there's checkoffs and so. But again, my point being, if somebody came to me, I'd be ready for it. Now,
Right.
is it going to take me a time to get acclimated? Of course.
Right.
And that's what I would have expected from this coordinator. But to learn on the go, that's the wrong thing to say and put out there public, because now you look like a fool. Like, you hire somebody who doesn't know how to be an offensive coordinator, because that's what it sounds like you're saying to me.
Well, that's what
He's
it is. It really is. He didn't get enough time because every year Jalen Hurts got to have a new offensive coordinator. He has never had an offensive coordinator there 2 times. Like in the second year. Every year he has a new offensive coordinator.
Wasn't Kellen Moore there for 2 years?
No, he got rid of him. He went somewhere else.
He went to the Saints. He
Yeah.
came from Dallas.
Yeah, he went. He was there only 1 year, and then went to the Saints.
Oh, wow.
Jalen Hurts never had a offensive coordinator that was been there twice. That's hard to do, Coach.
Mm.
And now you got a guy that doesn't even know how to freaking call a play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts needs to say, "All right, audible, fuck that play." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? When you go back, you got to say, "All right, this is what I seen. This is why I called the audible."
Mm-hmm.
Your play wasn't going to work, so I called an audible. You know what I mean? You got to have a reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or you got to listen to the offensive coordinator. No, you're not because I didn't like that play. It don't
Mm-hmm.
work that way. You gotta listen to your boss.
Mm. Yeah, it looks like a lot of it it was 1 year. So
Yeah.
oh, what's up, Chad? Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, you're right. But clap, clap, smack, smack. So there you go.
Hey,
So Jalen freaking butt
Dad,
hurts. Jalen, uh, middle.
Dad's got to go because there's no more Phillies.
But yeah, there we have it. I mean, the NFL talk. So again, like I said, they're in the fourth quarter right now with the Jets in Denver. Still the same score.
Oh,
Um,
the
looks
Jets are gonna beat Denver. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
the Jets are 0-5 right now too, and you let them win. Yeah. And now I know they're overseas. I get it. They're in England.
Yeah, but that
Jolly
don't mean
old England.
that really don't mean that much.
I know.
We still against you're gonna lose to an 0-5 team.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I don't have it on, Chad. Sorry.
So, so yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. No Giants or Eagles on today, so you
Yep.
could kind of, which is one of the reasons why we could do this a little bit longer if need be. But don't have to rush for anything, which is part of what we're getting into next. A little baseball talk. Oh gosh. Yeah, we both are the same way, man. Um, the Yankees losing to Toronto. I mean, Toronto bitch smacked the Yankees. I'm sorry, they bitch smacked them. So, and a lot of fans are like me, and they're tired of the bullshit. They're tired of it. It. Oh, I
Phillies are the
can't say that.
Yankees.
Hmm.
Phillies are like the Yankees.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Yeah.
able to play small ball. I'm sorry. Home runs ain't gonna win you. You take you to the goddamn.
We were just talking about that yesterday too. We said it. We're like, no teams in baseball really play small ball, or not a lot of teams play small ball. Everybody wants to hit home runs or throw
Yep.
100-mile-an-hour. What happened to the different speeds in the pitches? Not only and painting the corners with
Yep.
your pitches, and going up, down, inside, outside. I mean, Atlanta, when they had whatchamacallit, and he was a master of it. And he barely threw 90 miles an hour, and he's
Yep.
striking out people. And it's like, now everyone wants to, analytics, and the analytics say this and the analytics say that. That's the biggest thing with the Yankees. And
The Phillies.
I read an article where they were like, well, Aaron Boone isn't the one pulling the strings. He's the puppet, and it's Brian Cashman. Well, yeah, okay, we all know that, and that's why I say they both need to go. But I know Brian Cashman is not going to go anywhere because Steinbrenner. That's his. It's like his. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to keep it clean. He's his right hand man. He has carte blanche because he's been there so long. But as the general manager, you know how many World Series he's won? And he's been there damn near 20 years as a general manager.
Two.
One. One.
I was giving
He's
them more.
he's only won one.
He's
And
got to
that was
go.
in yes. This analytics, I understand the point of analytics. I'm not saying you take analytics out completely because they teach analytics in
But you can't
college.
use it as the Bible.
Yes, that's my point. It's not
They
the end
know
all
that
be
this
all.
is by heart, man. This is set in stone. This is how you run this. Yeah.
Exactly. And look, sometimes you don't know if a player is off today. Look, he woke up, or he woke up sore, and whatever the case may be. So he's going to be a little rigid and stiff. So you need to be able to make adjustments as you go. And that happens. That's why, in football, yes, there's analytics, there's statistics, but there's also how's the fucking game going? That's why you make adjustments.
Yep.
And you don't see that, especially with the Yankees, man. I mean, I really feel the Yankees need to make a change. I don't think they are, but I really want them to make that change.
This is why I love baseball. Baseball is a chess match.
Exactly.
You have a pitcher trying to get into a hitter's head. You have a
Mhm.
hitter trying to get into the pitcher's head.
Mhm.
And this is and analytics is screwing it all up.
Yes.
Listen, you can use analytics. Not saying not to use analytics.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't act like it's the Holy Bible. Don't act
Bingo.
like it's set in fucking stone and you gotta help. The analytics says that this right point in time is when I do it.
Mhm.
The Phillies did
Mhm.
the same thing. That's why I want Rob Thompson on. I said that since 2022. They're like, "Are you crazy? We went to the World Series." He rides the guy's coattail, but
Mm.
he cannot manage. You guys got the same problem. You don't know when you guys,
Mhm.
your manager, don't know when to pull a pitcher, when he needs to
Mhm.
or not, when to use that
Mhm.
pitcher, how to use that pitcher,
Exactly.
because
It
analytics tells him something different.
mm. It really does, and it to me it just really it's ruining the game. It
Yep.
really is ruining the game for me, because I just it's like, oh my gosh. I get it. It just makes you more predictable. Like you said, it's a chess match. Sometimes you want to hit them with the unexpected.
Yes.
There's the routine, but then now you have to prepare, and you want to sit here and you want to be able to say, okay, now I can't just sit here and say he's going to do this, because look, you might do this. Now, if he can do that, then it changes the whole thing. And I want to get someone in those Sheldon Cooper moments where you throw something at them and it shocks them, and it's like, wait, whoa, wait a minute, they're confused.
Right.
So,
Like, but
so,
see, like now, I seen the Yankees do this too.
mm-hmm,
Can't hit a fucking bunt.
mm-hmm,
Can't fucking bunt. Wanna know why?
yep,
Because you don't practice it because you're trying to hit the long ball.
mm-hmm,
And I watched even the Yankees do it. I watch a lot of teams do it. They can't bunt. They don't know how. And then you got the players that don't know how to run the bases on a bunt.
mm-hmm,
Castellanos fucking wanted him with a baseball bat in his head. Like, yo, dude,
mm-hmm,
you were supposed to go halfway between second and third. You weren't supposed to run the third. You were supposed to try to get the guy to throw it to first. If that guy gets out, then you go to third. But you were
mm-hmm,
supposed to run back to second to get the guy. If the guy gets safe on first, then you run back to second.
mm-hmm.
It's not that hard. Why do they make it so complicated? And it's analytics.
Yeah, exactly.
I watch the Yankees. I'm like, I feel so bad because the Yankees can't bunt either.
Hmm. They damn sure can't bunt. So, and that's what's extremely frustrating. When I sit back and I watch baseball like this, it's like, and here's the other thing, which is the second part. Um, you're wasting a talent like Aaron Judge.
Yep.
You're really wasting away a talent like him. So, um, there's no way in the world, with a lot of the performances that the Yankees are doing, they should be, and they had one of the better records in the American League, but you go up against Toronto and you look like you ain't jack. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think Toronto is all that. They're not a dominant team. They're a very good team,
They're a good team.
and they
They're,
have the
they're,
hitters.
they're beatable.
Yes. Now, do they have good pitching and do they have their flaws? Yes, just like any other team.
Yeah.
But the way the Yankees played them, it's just like, Toronto is your daddy,
Yep.
you know,
But
and
also,
Denver's.
like, see, Aaron Judge,
Hmm.
let everybody know that dude's a good small ball hitter. Wonder why he's
Mm-hmm.
a placement hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him you want him to place it on right field, right the baseline. And that's where he's going to aim that ball. I'm going to place it wherever I want it. If he wants to hit a home run, he can hit a home run. But if you're like, all right, I got a man on second, listen, Aaron, all I need is you to hit it down left field line. And guess where they're going? Boom, left field, boom. And it's going to be on, he'll be on base. But not
Mm-hmm.
because everybody wants to hit the long ball. Because everybody gets excited about the home run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'd rather have 2 runs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And guys, still a guy on base with no outs. Then you guys trying to have a freaking go for a home run and you're out.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you have a sacrifice fly and they got to run back to tag the base because nobody sits there on second or first or third or whatever and go, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees do it too. I'm like, yeah, everybody does it. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a sacrifice fly. Oh, that guy got his tag back because he wasn't paying attention. Analytics says just run. Of all baseball, I mean, like it really takes the enjoyment out of baseball. Dang.
Yeah, sports today because most fans see like old 2 old farts like us. We're yes, we're old school, but we appreciate the way the game used to be played, the strategy. Now everyone wants entertainment value, and I get the entertainment value. I get it. You pay your money, you want to be entertained. All
Right.
right, I understand the logic, but there's always strategy to it. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, even if you're watching a movie sometimes, there's a storyline that is built up. Yes, there are parts that is going to be like, oh, this is boring until you
Yeah.
get to the climactic part, which really draws you in, which makes you say, oh, this was a great movie, or going to a play, this was a great
Yeah.
play. Same thing in sports. Sometimes you have a game that's like the Jets and the Broncos. It's a low scoring game. But to an old
That's a
fool
good
like me,
defensive game.
that's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm saying, okay, 2 great defenses. They're really going at it. They're controlling the offenses. We're in a day and age where it's the quarterback, it's the quarterback, it's the quarterback. You need a quarterback to be a winning team. I'm not saying the
No.
quarterback that you don't
Win
need a
champions
quarterback.
mean your defense wins championships.
Football is a team sport. It's
Yep.
dependent on every player on that team.
Yep.
Period. Case closed. You need the defense to help the offense. You need special teams to help the defense. You need everyone. You need the coaches to help the players. You need the players to help the coaches. You know how
Yep.
many times as a coach I've talked about to my guys coming to the sideline, I say to them, what do you see out there? Tell me what you're seeing. Coach, this guy in this situation, he's doing this, he's lining up this. I'm watching his feet, I'm watching that. So now that tells me, okay, this is what I need to call to set him up. So it's a team sport. A quarterback is dependent on the offensive line, the receivers to catch the ball, the running back. Tom Brady's ex-wife said it best. What do you expect him to do? Throw the ball and go down and catch it too? The quarterback can't
Right.
do everything. The quarterback, one of his biggest things is, yes, his mind. Okay, I'll give you that. But as a performer, what does he need to do? Throw the football. That's it.
Right. Even a
Once
running
it
back
leaves,
can go, all right, listen. You can go to the coach and say, listen, I need to be running on the outs because they're clogging up the middle.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
it's that simple. Or they're they're going on the left side. You got to get me running on the right. Or
mm-hmm.
split from the middle of it and the right and just let me go through that and right between the guard and call it a day. That's what a
Exactly.
goddamn running back needs to do. But no.
Exactly.
The
Everyone wants
analytics
quarterback.
really hurts even football. It's
Yes.
all sports.
And that's where it frustrates me, where whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball, whether everyone wants to be, first of all, they want to be entertaining. I get it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't think I'm not saying I don't understand and I respect that, you want your entertainment value. which you have every right to feel that way.
Yep.
But there's always strategy involved in, ultimately, as a coach, as a winner, that's all I care about. I don't care how you get there, whether it's running the ball,
Yeah, how you
passing the
do it.
ball,
I
good
don't
deed.
care how you
I,
get the W.
I just want to win. And Al Davis said it best back in the day. Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. I don't care how you do it. Just
That
win.
was it's simple, but it's the most powerful statement ever made. Just win, baby. And that's true. And that's what I take. That's why I say with Aaron Judge, and you're ruining his prime years. You're ruining it. And yes, he hits massive home runs, and people want to see that. And I know there are people saying, can he hit it out the stadium? Okay, do it one time, but then let's get back to playing the game. Hit and run. Where is the hit and run? Do you not know how effective a hit and run is? It opens up the hole sometimes. That's why I loved about Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was so good at hitting away too.
Right.
And you get him going with the hit and run, it helps him. It helps the hitter. It helps the team.
Yeah, it helps the batter.
Yes.
The small ball helps the batting lineup more than anything, because you're not always striking out, because you stay in a rhythm.
Here's the other thing it does. It affects the pitcher on the other team.
Yeah, puts him in a slump.
It also, because of how he can pitch, because you have a base runner on. So if he's right-handed, his back is to him, so he's trying to peek out of the corner of his eye,
right?
And he loses focus, and it's little things like that. That's why I used to love Andy Pettitte with his pickoff move. Oh my God, it was so great.
Yeah,
it was so great, and runners used to, and he mastered that. But every other left-hander, they become robotic. But guess what it does? It takes away from them, and it also can lay a fat one right down the middle of the plate for the hitter.
You put a meatball right down the middle.
Exactly. Now, if you want a home run in that situation, there you go. Crack it out of the park, because now the base runner does that. Where now teams do, and I keep saying the same thing. The pitcher can only throw over to the first base 3 times.
Yes.
So if you get him to throw over there 2 times, okay, he throw over here one more time.
I want you to be able to throw it 3 times, and then it's a walk for me.
Exactly. Now it's just me and the catcher, because the pitcher can't come over here. So and that's a lost start. So well, enough about the Yankees. Let's get to the Phillies. So I know you want to rant. I know you want to rant with them. Go ahead. Let it go.
I got Kyle Schwarber. Everybody wants to give him $360 million for friggin' couple of years. And they're like, oh, pay that man his money. What did he do in the playoffs? When it mattered the most, what did he do? Nothing. He gave you nothing. The front of the lineup can't hit. The back of the lineup's hitting. The worst guys are hitting, Coach. You got Bryce Harper making $300 million. You got friggin' Turner making $250 million, and they're not hitting. You got Schwarber. You want to give him all the money in the world because he made 56 home runs. There's people out there saying he's better than Babe Ruth. A legend. He's better than a legend. He had 56 home runs, couldn't give you nothing in the playoffs. Mind boggles. And then I got a stupid ass pitcher that had a brain fart that cost us in the playoffs. In extra innings, 11th inning, and he just had a brain fart. JT's even pointing, the catcher's pointing to first, and he just had a brain fart. Thanks, Rob. Not knowing how to use your pitcher. This is analytics telling you I need a right-hander here because there's a lefty there. Thank you, Rob. You screwed us. It really did.
Mm.
Why he needs to go. And everybody's like, oh, we're not going to be one and done. What are you talking about? We got the second best record in baseball. One and done. Told you. I said this
You
from the
did say it.
beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But I coach beginning of the year.
Yes, you did.
One and done. Guess what? We had
Mm-hmm.
the best record the year before. We had the best record in baseball by like 7 or 10. We blew everybody out. One and done.
Mm.
Got beat by the Mets. I'm
Mm.
just telling you. People are like, oh, you're just negative. Not negative. Telling you the truth. Telling you what this
Mm-hmm.
team is. And that's it. I'm only going to tell you what the old guy sees. I know baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. This analytics is hurting you. You got to.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get rid of our manager. That dude got to go. Our hitting coach. We can't. Our hitting coach can't help us hit. There's only a couple of ways to friggin' get somebody out of a goddamn slump, and we can't do it.
Victor says maybe you should let the Phillies pitchers hit. They could have did better, maybe.
No, Rick. No, we had that too. I always thought a pitcher would be able to hit a ball. I have never seen a Phillies pitcher ever to hit the ball. They are always out. I'm glad we got DH now. Thank
You
God
know what?
we got DH on our side.
I do miss that where you did have the pitchers hitting in baseball. But yeah, Dave, the buzzsaw. I'm not going to give Toronto buzzsaw that they're that great. There's things the Yankees did that really just, I'd take Cashman and Boone and just line them up and just smack them back and forth in their face because that's how I feel. But getting back to the pitcher hitting, I just like that strategy. That's what's missing. I like the strategy with it.
I love the strategy.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I'm glad that we have a DH because you already had a DH, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's different for us.
Yeah,
We never had that. Like, we only had it when we had it. Like, if we would go to your,
exactly, in American League home stadium.
on your, we went to your stadium, we could do it. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
hold on, that's an out. When a pitcher is on there, that's an automatic out. Why would I want that?
See, it wasn't always, man, because
You're
that's what I'm
right.
saying.
It wasn't always that.
Mostly, yes.
Pitcher, but like, all right, he's throwing me a curveball. I know what this guy's going to throw me because I'm a goddamn pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more. They don't focus like that. Back in the day, it was different. You know what I mean? Back in the day, it was different.
Dave says, I hate when managers pull a starter when he's pitching great, then the reliever. Yes, man. Yes. That's the analytics, man. That's the bull.
Analytics tell you got to pull him in the 6th. Analytics tell you got to pull this guy in the 7th.
After XYZ amount of pitches, you got to pull him. No, how is he pitching? Oh, you don't want to blow out his arm. Well, here's the thing, and this is one of my coaching principles. You don't play scared.
Yeah.
Because you're worrying about getting injured. You play like it's your last time ever playing the game.
Yep.
It's just that simple. If you play scared and you're worrying about getting injured, you're going to get injured. But if you go full bore, you go all out, you should be fine. Some pitchers used to hit good, and when they were able to hit, yes, you're right.
Yeah,
so
back in the day.
Back in the day, they pitched not. Yes, bro, man.
Yep, they used to pick 9 inches. They used to pitch 10 innings. They used to have 140 pitches.
I've heard stories about pitchers back in the 40s and the 50s pitching a doubleheader or something to that effect.
Yeah. They used to have, I've seen where they pitched a doubleheader back to back. Hold on. All right. They just pitched it. He just had a game here. All right. We're going to pull him now because he's about to pitch the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it has happened.
But see, that's the thing. And yes, back then they weren't throwing, everyone wasn't throwing 100 mile an hour, which is more the reason why you need to have different speeds. It also affects the batters. They
Yep.
know that pretty much everyone is throwing 90 to 100 miles an hour. They get caught with that. You know
Yep.
what's one of the hardest pitches to hit? A fucking knuckleball.
Yep.
I mean, it's slow and it has such movement on it that
Yep.
hitters are just like so frustrated, and it's like your timing gets thrown off. And that's the thing, that's why you have off-speed pitches, change-ups, curveballs, along with the fastball. You're painting the corners. When pitchers back in the day used to have more than maybe two pitches, nowadays they used to have sometimes four pitches, and they were two
Yep.
they were good with, and then another two they were good just to utilize to keep you off balance.
I know.
So,
Yes. They used to pitch maybe 90 or
mhm,
80. Well, guess what? They used to drop it down to 60.
yes.
You listen, when you drop it down to 60 miles an hour and you're looking for a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and they drop it to
Mhm,
60-mile-an-hour fastball,
mhm,
they're only dropping the speed. They're giving you a fastball, but they just dropped the speed. It's like a
mhm,
softball, but guess what? They're already
mhm.
swinging at it. It ain't even crossed the plate yet. Like you're like, what are you swinging at?
Exactly. And that's the thing. And that's, again, as much as I used to hate as I hate the Red Sox, but Tim Wakefield was just a master of that knuckleball. And plus, you know what it does? It saves the pitcher's arm. The pitcher is allowed to pitch longer in the game. They have a longer career. You're not
Yep,
worried about burning these pitchers. You're not worried about, after 75, after 90 pitches, we have to take him out to preserve his arm. Screw all that. First and foremost, the job is trying to win a championship. I'll worry about my life after. You're paying me such great money. I'll have arm surgery, hip surgery. Yeah, I'll walk with a limp or
right.
whatever.
It still doesn't save the arm
Mm-mm.
because they're still having the Tommy John surgery.
You're having more Tommy Johns now to me.
Yes, and less pitching.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you're trying to not use his arm as much as he could be using his arm.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna do it this way to save their arm so they don't have Tommy John surgery."
David, you're so right. After a slower speed, even if you're not 100 miles an hour, that fastball does look. It could be 80, it could be 92, but it does seem like it's 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
And that's why I'm like, it just frustrates me. I get someone having 100, and they have the physical ability to throw 100 miles an hour, and it looks like it's ease. Okay, great. Then you use them, to what their strengths are. But a pitcher, teach these young pitchers, sometimes, change the speed, make it a lot slower. You take the hitter's timing off. And
Yep.
if it comes across the plate and it hits the spot, it doesn't matter if it's a 100-mile-an-hour fastball or a 60-mile-an-hour changeup. As long as it gets across the plate and it hits in between the spots, it's still a strike.
I mean, you can look at some hitters, and they'll go, "All right, throw that one again. I got your
Mm-hmm.
timing down."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they only need one pitch to get that
Mm-hmm.
timing down. All right, throw that pitch
Mm-hmm.
again. I got your timing down. You throw a 60-mile-an-hour ball. You're like, wait, you threw the
Mm-hmm.
pitch, but you took less off of it. I wasn't
Exactly.
ready for that. So,
Or they think it's coming and they swing in front of it, and
yep.
then it's like, oh damn it. So and that's the thing, but that's the artistry of pitching too, because now you're really
Working hard.
taking.
Like I always said, it's a chess game.
Mm-hmm.
That pitcher and that hitter, it's an art. It's a chess game.
Mm-hmm. Jets are going to lose. They're going to lose. They just turned it over on downs
Who's
with
gonna lose?
under the Jets with about a minute left in the game. Um, Yeah, the Denver's up 13-11, and it's like 50 seconds left in the game.
Oh,
So,
so they're
yeah,
gonna lose.
Mariano was the best with his location, man. Man, was he?
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
he
It's
sucks as an announcer, but he was a good pitcher.
exactly, but he also, because I remember him when he first came in, and you had John Wetland in front of him. He
Yep,
was old. He was a little erratic. He had to learn how to pitch, and
right.
when he finally did, he mastered. But he still gave you some of the other pitches just to keep you off balance, so you don't just sit here and say he only has two pitches. It's either this pitch or that pitch.
Coach, I seen like I watched a couple of Yankee games, and your manager did the same thing my manager did. Your pitcher gets bases loaded,
Mm-hmm.
no outs,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they pull him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now watch this on yours too. How do you feel about that? Because,
Um,
in my opinion, it's the worst move in baseball for a manager to do. You're going to your bullpen and saying, "Help me out here." You know, don't fuck up and give up a home run, but here you go. How do you feel?
First of all, it depends on your bullpen, how good your bullpen is. If you have a very good bullpen, then I can understand at certain times. But it's also who is the pitcher. Some pitchers, you know what, they may not have their A stuff, and they work into that trouble. But I've seen pitchers work out of it.
Yes.
So at least give them an opportunity. If you're worrying about a home run, what type of team do you now? If you have a team it can't really manufacture runs, it doesn't have the long ball. All right, fine. I kind of get it, but if you have bases loaded, nobody out, it's at least give him one more batter. You might say, well, he might give up, multiple runs. Okay, I get it. But let's see. And again, who is that pitcher? How much trust do you have? Because that's what you're telling me. You really don't trust that pitcher in
Yeah.
those situations. If you don't trust him, then why is he on your team? Yeah, I mean, because I'm saying to myself, worst case scenario, can I trust him to get out of the jam?
You got
If
to
you
be able to get
can,
out of the jam.
leave him in there. If you can't, then he shouldn't be on your team, because now you have somebody mm, who's going to put you in a very precarious situation. There's a few things that may go into that. Now you have to pitch to three batters. Sometimes the manager waits too long to pull. That's
Right.
true if he's waiting, but again, that's why I say it's who is the pitcher. Like if it's your ace and he's just having an off day, then but he could still work out of a jam. I've seen pitchers who they don't have good stuff today, but they've worked out
Right.
of jams.
But
And,
they can
and,
get out of that jam.
and do you know what that does to your team? The energy that it gives to your team, also.
When you get out of the jam, you're like, you
Hmm.
get pumped. Like,
Exactly,
dude, you got out of that. That's awesome, you know?
exactly. So that's why I have to take it in a case by case situation. I can't sit here and say every time this is what you need to do. Number one, it starts with who the pitcher is. Now, if it's a young kid,
I can't stand it. It bothers that whole lot of me.
but if it's a
Because
young kid,
you're putting your bullpen like you're putting them in panic mode. Like I can't slip up at all. I gotta strike out everybody. I can't fuck up one bit.
hmm,
Because I got the fans that are going to be on me when I give up that hit. Or if I give up, you know what I mean? Anything. If I give up a walk or anything, I cannot fail at all.
but it
I
goes
can't
both
slip.
ways. It goes both ways. Yes, you're right about what you're saying, but again, like I said, if it's um, a young kid, that's what you need your bullpen for. They're going to say, "Yo, we got you, bro. Don't worry about it," and they can work it out of work the situation out where what they get out of the inning, not giving up a run, or maybe giving up one run. So it's multi-layered. So but it's hard, I mean, but to always if you're always taking them out as the opposing team, I know that. Okay, so every time we get bases loaded, nobody out, he takes the pitcher out, no matter who it is. So who's he going to bring in? This is what the analytics say he's probably going to do. You're telling your guys this is who's probably going to come in. This is what he does best. So you know what? Get him if he's a first strike pitcher. First pitch he's going to lay a meatball out there. So go ahead and swing away. So again, it's like what I that's why I like strategy. I like playing it by ear, see what's happening, see how it's going, and then sometimes you just need a little trust and a little luck.
They ain't got strategy anymore. They just like hit home runs. I'm gonna go here and chew my bubble gum.
Yeah, Lou, you're right. Their offense does look like it was designed before the invention of the forward pass. So I mean, I made a joke on one of the streams the guys were on. I'm like, watching the Jets offense is like trying to watch two snails mate. I mean, it's bad. It's bad, man. I admit it. So, but that's why you need a strong defense. So but then that's where I've seen it backfire, and sometimes yeah, you're right. These guys most really have ice in their veins. No, I know that when you get to that level, you're so confident in your abilities. You have to get to that level, but you still, as a manager, sometimes you have to save the guys from themselves.
Right.
So
But you're watching in quicksand. I mean, like, if you got man on first and man on second and you want to pull them, okay. But when you got man on third, there's no outs. Like, how come you didn't pull them when there's two guys on? How come you didn't pull them sooner? I mean, there is a lot of of ways you could be looking at it. Like, you should, could have pulled them sooner than fucking wait. What I hate.
Exactly. So, what type of changes are you expecting from management? You said you want the coaching, but what do you and most Philly fans feel about management, your general manager, and so on and so forth? What's up, Blaze?
I know they probably all want them gone, but I don't know.
Good afternoon.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't.
You really sound like the Yankees.
Because I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm afraid that they're gonna go, hey, we made the playoffs and we had the second best record in baseball, but it is what it is. Like, and like they're not gonna fucking keep it up,
Not exactly. I mean, it's like I said, it's frustrating as a Yankees fan sitting and seeing this, and then you're saying to yourself, "Oh gosh, Aaron Boone is coming back. Brian Cashman is coming back. We're going to continue to see this type of performance." And ultimately, the only way to make change, impact change, is honestly, collectively, is when you hurt the owner's pockets. That's the only way fans can really extract change. Otherwise, we're stuck. We got to deal with what these billionaire owners put out there for us. And again, like I said, it's about our entertainment. So, so it's just sorry, Mike. Don't be mad because I like having fun with halftime and the tush pushies. It's all in fun. So y'all two are really going at each other. Wow. Yeah, yeah, please, y'all have fun with this. We have fun. Hey, at least your Phillies made the postseason. You could be a Pirates fan like me. Okay. I'm not mad, Blaze. I know you do. So, okay. So I back up. I stand corrected. I apologize. So there's no heated argument. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I get where you're going, Blaze. Your teams make the playoffs, but then there becomes a level of expectation that as a Yankees fan, yeah, we have the most World Series. So I had fans say, "Yo, you've won a lot of World Series. Relax." No, I want more. I'm greedy. I want more. What's wrong with that? It's fun with my brothers all the time. Yeah, Blaze, love talking with you. So, steak and potatoes. Okay, okay. So, Ooh, Yellow Ball Busters. Okay, no problem. Enjoy yourself. So,
That's what they all
um,
like to do. Listen, Mike likes to get me ramped up. Blaze likes to get me ramped up. They like to rant.
exactly, exactly. So, but again, yeah, the Jets lost that game. So, more NFL games will be coming on soon for those of you who want to watch. So, I know Blaze, your Steelers. I think your Steelers are playing today, right? I know this is an. You're right. This is a no pause zone. So,
It's a no ball
um,
zone.
yeah, 13. You know what? But you know what, Blaze? Like I told halftime earlier, it was a defensive game. For me, I see the beauty in it. But I get it.
I love
I
defensive games.
I get it. The average fan, they want touchdowns, they want deep passes, they want explosive plays. Man, not me. I want to see two guys cracking in the trenches, trying to push each other, run the ball up in there, try and move the pile. I love shit like that. How do
Like,
you adjust to that?
I mean, would they like LT anymore, Coach? Would like back in the day? Would like the Giants or would they like the Eagles? Because they had better
Mm-hmm.
defenses than they had offense.
Mhm. Mhm.
I
Mhm.
mean, you
Might
had Mikey
enjoy
White
food
taking a
shopping.
200-pound man and throw him into one arm and saying, "I'm gonna go get with the quarterback now." This 350-pound man just went that way,
Y'all
and then you
playing
had
around.
LT that was drunk half the time and sleeping and saying, "You let me know when the freaking game's on. I'll just go do my
Wait
job."
a minute. Let me
And 3
see.
sacks he gets.
Did I think I have a video of LT being interviewed. Let me see. Did I save it to my bookmarks? This one would be so hilarious. No, I don't have it. It's probably so far down. And yeah, I don't have it.
I mean, LT was a great player. He had his
Yeah.
issues, but they all had issues back in the day.
Oh, see, and I found the Emmanuel Acho. I should share it. I don't know if you saw this one. I'm going to share it with you guys. Oops. You would like this one. Yeah, I can't find the LT one. Oh yeah, and Adoree. Oh yeah, thank you guys for taking Adoree Jackson from us.
Oh, yeah. He is getting picked on.
Can't wait for Red Zone today. Mitch, you probably would have loved rocking with us yesterday. So we were even talking about sorry about your Michigan Wolverines. So getting spanked like that by USC. So but yeah, where is it? Share. And X and volume up. Tell me if you
How the
can
hell
hear
do
it.
these two Eagles wide receivers look this pissed off? I'll show you. Jalen Hurts was awful when it mattered most. Awful. This to overthrow to Smitty. 3rd and 6, game on the line. You cannot miss this. You can't. But let me show you exactly how it happened. 3rd and 6 in the National Football League. 3rd and 6 or less, you know it's man-to-man coverage. But even if you don't know it's man-to-man coverage, they show you man. Everybody and their mama showing you that it's man-to-man coverage. But here's what happened. This cornerback right here, he's playing like it's cover two. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, the Giants are in busted coverage. This is a walk-in touchdown. A walk-in touchdown. But get this, viewers at home. Get this. Yo, the pocket's clean. Jalen, with the game in the balance, down by 3. Under no circumstance can you miss that throw, but it gets worse. Now, this was the interception. It's 27-17. Eagles at least get 3. Jalen, at least get 3. Okay, what's the defense in? Well, now the defense is in a zero
Mm-hmm.
blitz. What's that mean? The middle of the field is wide open. How do we know they're in a
Yes.
zero blitz? Well, Kevin Patullo actually did something brilliantly. By this quick motion, you see the defender traveling with Smitty. You already know they're in man coverage. But Acho, how you know it's zero? Ain't there a safety deep? Well, think about this for a second. If the deep safety is leaning to the side with the Jahan Dotson and not to the
Mm-hmm.
175 million receiver side, then maybe, just maybe, this safety is playing man-to-man on Goddard. And if this safety is man on Goddard, the middle of the field is wide open. A.J. Brown, inside leverage, no safety in the middle of the field. Jalen, this is 6. You could throw it loft, 6. You could throw it on a dart, 6. It don't matter how you throw it. As long as you would have thrown it, it's 6. Instead, that's nearly a pick 6. And that is how you got $175 million sitting on a bench looking pissed off.
There you go.
He's right.
He's right.
And then he also never leads his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You see how he threw it behind him?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You could throw it over his head and let him make a basket catch.
Even
if he threw it over his head and made a basket catch.
Exactly. Think about it. If you had Tom Brady back there, Tom Brady would probably just smile and say, "This is easy. This is easy." He'd probably even tell the defense, "Yo, fellas, this is easy. Thank you for this free touchdown." And I've seen quarterbacks. I've coached against quarterbacks who said stuff like that. "Oh, thank you for the easy touchdown," right before the snap. So it's a beautiful thing, and that's what it's like. I feel for y'all Eagles fans. So I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, as a Giants fan, but I feel for y'all. So here's the other one I wanted to share with you guys too. So let me rewind. And this is why Giants fans do not like Dory Jackson. We didn't want him, and we wanted him gone.
Oh my
That's
God.
why when
he gets picked on every game.
Here you go. Here's the Dory Jackson.
Now watch the Dory Jackson's effort here to make a tackle. You see that even from a corner down at the goal line, just kind of bend over and throw his body. You got to wrap up.
And by the way, that's the great Warren Sapp pointing that out. So if Warren Sapp is seeing this, he's like, this is why Giants fans didn't want him. So they wanted him gone. So I can't.
He gets picked on a lot.
Yeah, because he's not good.
I swear to God, we can circle right around him. I don't give a fuck what you do. You throw it right to him. So right he can't catch, he can't defend it, and he's just a body out there.
Exactly. So Kayvon, I'm not gonna play the Kayvon one, even though it's funny. I don't know what happened to the LT one. I wanted y'all to see it. So it's a great interview. If you haven't seen it, you can probably get it on YouTube. So but let's get back to the chat. Also, so part of the game. Are we done with these 9:30? Now you got more next week too. So
you still got more.
It was just copying me, streaming Red Zone. So sorry, but my weak ass pence. Now you see why I wanted them listed as number 1 after week 1, because it's I don't feel for
straight, didn't I?
Yep. And you lost to Northwestern at home.
Yeah.
At home. So Jalen Hurts is Russell Wilson 2.0, and that's not an insult. Russ was good at what he could do, not great. No, you're right. What's up, Arku? Thanks for tapping in, bro. I mean, Russell was good for what he could do in his prime. So at least Russ could throw the deep ball. No, Russ can throw that deep ball. That is true. He does throw a pretty deep ball, but first and foremost, his height limits some of the things he can do. So, and he sucks. Hey, Arku. So many things. Yeah, we know there's a lot going on. So, I don't know, Lou. I just showed you. You had Smith, who was open. You don't miss that. You can't miss that.
You can't miss it.
No, he has good play. He's a good runner and leader. As a passer, that when you get a blown coverage like that, that's just like, that's the type of pass that, you could say quarterback should be going down and just putting the ball in the receiver's hands right from his hand. It's so easy to use that to behind stuff. And I like Hurts a lot. Exactly. Lou. Our team maximized Jalen Hurts. Scatter Beast. So you want to hear something so funny? I didn't want Scatterboo at first.
Why?
I didn't want him because I wanted Kyle Monangai.
Oh.
if you watch Colin Monungai when he was at Rutgers, he's a good runner. He can make you miss. You could be lined up with him, and he's going to make now. Scat's going to dip his shoulder and try and run you over.
He's Mike Allstott.
Monungai is going to step and he's going to move as well as get physical. But the thing that I love, because I've watched Scatterbull in his blocking, even with his chipping. But go back to watch Colin Monungai at Rutgers. I've seen him take a blitzing linebacker, a guy who's probably got him by 50 pounds, and he blocks him and stalemates him and puts him on his ass. So, and when you chip, he's putting plenty of guys on the ground and helping his offensive linemen. So these are just the little things. Now, Scatterbull is probably a more all-around runner because and he has better speed than Monungai. So I understand that there. Monungai and him are probably equal in catching the ball out of the backfield. But in terms of the different level of physicality they bring to the table, Scatterbull is definitely a tough one. You keep developing and growing him, he's going to be good. If in Philly, if you say Hurts is good and not great, people act like you hate the Eagles. Really?
Yeah. You gotta say Jalen Hurts is like the greatest.
Really? So that's a good. Tim's no. Let me tell you something, Lou. That 51-yard touchdown run, it just baffled my mind. And I believe it was on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 with the game on the line. And if you just play and you just force them to work down the field, I don't think you don't run into that situation. And it was just so baffling to me. I was just like, man, that was a big, big blow right there for Temple. So, and they had that game. That loss was on Hurts. That loss was definitely,
that loss was on Hurts 100%.
But
I mean, I don't don't get me wrong, I don't like the offensive coordinator, but yeah.
I will say you were right though. You needed to run more because when Barkley literally in the first quarter had 50 some odd yards, I was just like, oh gosh, it's going to be a long day. Here it comes. Barkley might get 200 yards rushing. And I'm thinking that's what you would do. I would say that because then it would force the Giants to play more in the box, which now opens up your passing game. You want to throw more? Run more. Run more.
I've been saying, like, if you run the ball more, opens up the pass.
Yes.
And a wide open receiver you're going to get.
Exactly. So, and that's what was like. As a Giants fan, I loved you went away from your bread and butter. I'm like, oh, you don't want to do what you bet you probably would dominate us on. Hey, you want to make it easy, and you want to bring in our strength defensively, our pass rush. Okay. Which is exactly what you.
Problem, like we have the offensive coordinator is playing Madden. He just wants to chuck the ball.
But that's also with today's game. Like I said earlier, I mean, you and I go back to the days of Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith. I mean, when you guys had Walter Montgomery from the Eagles. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying you didn't have receivers. I mean, shit, Harold Carmichael was a big ass problem, but the biggest thing was your running game balanced out your offensive passing game.
So Barry, when Detroit had Barry Sanders, do you know they had not one, but two receivers that got over 1,200 yards a year? Every year. You know why? Because they just was trying to stop Barry Sanders.
Wayne Fox was also a smart head coach.
Yeah,
he knew how to balance it out.
I'm also saying you had two wide receivers wide open because they didn't even care because they were like, gotta stop Barry.
Exactly. Which was critical. And that's a lost art in today's football.
Yep.
Everybody wants the Patrick Mahomes
50-yard throw for the touchdown. They want the high number. They want the high number of scores.
No, not me. I'm telling you right now, a game that's 2-0, I could see the beauty in it. Y'all would say 2-0 in a rainy, muddy football field. Everybody is dirty and grimy, and I'm sitting here just loving it.
Loving it. Loving it.
Smiling it. Got good
Everybody like, oh my God,
hearts.
this game is so boring. Where are
Mhm.
you not seeing the art at?
You're
Where are
not
you
seeing
not seeing the tough physical game?
exactly.
Defense. Well, look at them.
Exactly.
They don't do that no more. They want to just they
What's
want
up, Wesley?
they want high power offenses.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, and like I said earlier, everyone wants to be entertained,
Yeah,
and I get it. I do
that's
get it.
entertaining to me.
But yeah, for me, that is entertainment. That is definitely entertainment. So I like different types. Yeah, see, different types is fine. And then different matchups. It also forces the coaches to say, okay, we do this well. We don't do this well. They're going to try and attack it. This is how we need to cover it up. This is what we need to do with them. So now it brings in more intrigue to the game. So that's what the NBA used to have, and that's missing. Yeah, you're right. Halftime is the Knicks fan.
I ain't a Knicks fan. I bet on them once.
Okay. Want
I
to talk a
was
little
right too,
NBA?
by the way.
Here we go. We'll talk a little NBA. Um, what's your thoughts on the Sixers preseason so far?
We look like ass. I know everybody's trying to be, a cheerleader, and they want to be, hey, optimistic about the young guys, but we're gonna have the same shit we had last year. Injuries.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna get out of Embiid? What are you getting out of Paul George? Why are they gonna play? What's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen? There's fans out there that think that Embiid coach is literally going to quit. Oh, he's going to retire. He's got to retire. Yeah, he just signed a contract for $210 million. $250,000, coach. You think he's retiring?
Oh, hell no. No.
He'll sit on the goddamn bench, right?
If need be, yeah.
I mean, people are thinking, oh, well, he's going to be a good guy and say, because he made enough money. $250 million? You all need to have a reality check, because there you go. Nobody's retiring if they're going to make $250 million. They're going to work their contract. Say, all right, pay me. I'll sit on the bench. And that's the problem. You don't know what you're getting out of Embiid. You don't know what you're getting out of Paul George. This team is built around Embiid. And if he ain't there, what do you got from him? You got these young guys, and people think the young guys are going to do it all.
So you don't think that Nurse is holding them out? Just, they're professionals. They know what they need to do, and they'll be ready for the regular season. You don't think he's holding them out for that?
I think Embiid will sit out at least 25 to 30 games. And when he plays, he's never going to play back to back. He'll play one, miss 3. Play one, miss 5. Play one, miss 6. You know what I mean? That's how they're going to do it. He's going to miss so many, and everybody's going to be like, well, I didn't know this was going to happen. I'm going to tell you, that's what happened last year. It's going to happen again. Maxey, you going to be healthy? I mean, he only got hurt at the end of the year with a hurt pinky, but we get hurt a lot. More than a lot of other teams do. So,
who do you think is going to have the biggest impact for your season? Positively, who's going to have the biggest positive impact for the Sixers this year?
It's going to be Maxey. It's all around. Hey, this is going to be all counting on Maxey.
They don't need Embiid. They have no much young talent and good backup big guys I think he means too much young talent. So
Okay.
didn't you guys just bring Grimes back too?
Yeah,
Okay, so
for 1
and
year.
y'all have a lot of young talent. Y'all definitely do. So I mean, but you want to compete. That's the thing, especially in the East right now because of the way the East is. I mean, you really don't have a lot of quote unquote elite teams in the East. It's more so in the West.
Right.
So
Joe McCain, he's just getting off surgery, so he's
mhm,
be out for a little bit. And everybody actually go, he just had surgery. He'll be back. It takes a lot to build that muscle back up in his hand,
mhm,
in his thumb,
mhm,
because he ripped that ligament off of his
mhm,
thumb.
mhm,
It ain't like it ain't a big surgery. Building this muscle back up in your hand, in your palm, takes a little bit. I don't
mhm,
know why people don't understand that, but it ain't like, all right, I had the surgery, because this part of your hand takes a while to heal.
mhm,
Your
mhm,
palm of your hand. That's why people don't do they have carpal tunnel. They don't want you to cut their hand open because building this hand muscle back up takes a long time.
Blaze says, wait, halftime. I thought you said they should play with the injuries, especially big toes and fingers. Which
Yeah,
wait, I
they
don't get it.
don't. I can't help it. They're soft, Blaze. I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a ripped ligament on my finger. You don't see me help. I can't never work again. Literally, here it is. Ripped finger, ligament off, broken. Years. Guess what I
Mm.
did? Taped it. Called it a day.
Oh,
Man up.
you remind
Man
me of
up, coach. Man up.
you remind me of Iggy, man, back in college. Our middle linebacker one day came to the sideline. Now his thumb, you know how your thumb is like this?
Yup.
His thumb was like this. And he goes, Gladney, pull it out. And I'm like,
Mm.
hell no. Hell no. And then he went to the trainer. They taped it up. He had a big club and he went right back in the game.
I mean, but like
Hugs
I
to
broke my
halftime.
wrist. Literally broke my
Mm-hmm.
wrist. I'm like, yo, man, I got people yanking on this thing, and I said, listen, I need you to pull on this thing, and I need it. It's broken, but it needs to be popped back into place. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, they're like, what am I gonna do? I said, you just hold on to that. I'll freaking yank it, put it back in place. I'm like, don't get me wrong, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But you can
Mm-hmm.
do it. You just gotta man up and do your goddamn shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I played hurt. I played hurt. I played sports hurt. I did everything hurt.
Shit, I remember my first year. Um, I didn't practice a whole week, 2 weeks. I didn't because both my ankles were badly sprained. I'm walking around campus on crutches, 2 crutches. And my girl is carrying my book bags because they couldn't really put any extra weight on. But come game day, shoot me up, tape it up, and really make it nice and tight. And throughout the course of the game, they're just retaping it. I'm out there playing. I'm out. You're right. I feel you, man.
Coach, I took a sledgehammer to my leg and I cracked that bad boy. I cracked the bone. I mean, it was bad. I went to work on it
Mm-hmm.
all day
Mm-hmm.
long.
Mm-hmm.
16 hours. Just kept on going. What's wrong with you? I
Mm-hmm.
broke that bad boy. I took a
Exactly.
sledgehammer to it. I didn't mean to. It wasn't like I did it on purpose. Just
Well,
happened.
it's always mind over matter, though. That's really what it
Yes,
boils
you
down
gotta
to.
play for the pain.
You,
Listen,
you
that's
know.
why I say, are you hurt? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can you play through the pain or not? That's the thing.
Exactly. Look, we have surgeries. Hell, when I was a kid, I had hip surgery, and they had put pins in my hip, and I'm in recovery, coming out, and I'm in the room, and once I really woke up, I took the covering off of my hip. They had the drain in for the blood, so in case you were clotting, pulled that out. I pulled the staples out, and I'm starting to try and open up my leg. And the nurse comes in and she's yelling at me, "What the fuck you doing?" And I'm like, "I want to see my bone. I want to at least feel it."
Bone.
Yes. And she's like, "Are you crazy? You don't do that." And then she even said to me, she's like, "It doesn't hurt." I'm like, whatever. And I'm a 14-year-old. I'm a 14-year-old kid. Think about it. I'm 14 and I'm doing all that, and what people don't, I'm fascinated. I would love to see what my heart looks like, my actual heart. And for everybody who tells me, "Oh, you have cadavers for that." No, I want to see mine. I don't want to see somebody else's. I want to see mine. I want to see my bone. And I know it's not realistic. I get it. But it's still fascinating. What's inside me? What does it look like? What does it actually look like? So, and I get it. Some people are turned off and like, "Ew, that's sick." No, it's not. It's just, it's me. I know what I look like outside, so I want to know what I look like inside. That's really all it is. So if I could somehow flip my insides out, take a picture, then turn it back, I'm good. Then I could always look at it. Oh, that's what it looks like. That's what it looked like. All them veins and the muscles, the structure. Yeah. I want to see what my fat ass looks like, not somebody else's.
Yeah. But a lot of people played injured. I just don't get how come they can't play injured. Like, I get it. Sometimes you're injured and sometimes you're hurt. The hurt part, you can still play. You're not, you might not be 100%, but you can still play.
You're not that tight. Yeah, I feel you, man. Man, I would love to be, man, if I could have been in a surgery room, yeah. I realized later on in life, I'm like, yeah, I should have probably went into doing that. But, I also didn't want to go to medical.
My wife, Miss Halftime, said, she watches all the shows on TV, I can get used to that. I can do this. I had knee surgery. I had water on my knee. Well, let me tell you, when they inject you with the needle to try to numb it, my doctor looked at me, he goes, "Sorry." And I just gripped on because now I know I'm going to feel him take this knife and cut me open. Right? And he said, "Sorry," but he has to keep going. But he said, "Sorry." And my wife's like, "I gotta stop watching because my stomach was turning. And you're over there." I'm like, she goes, "Why was you gripping so bad?" I said, "I felt everything he was doing. I felt that cut." And I'm like, he looked at me, he knew it wasn't numb, and he just looked at me and said, "Sorry. Roll on, Garth." Yo, roll on. It is what it is. We got to get it done. And then he sliced me open, which they don't stitch you back up when you have water on your knee.
Yeah.
They had to let it open. They put a little stent in there for it to get all the water out of it. And then I went to work the next day. And when I got out of the hospital, I went to work the next day. And they're like, "Well, how bad is it?" "It's bad. Don't worry. We'll get through it." And I just kept on working. My wife's like, "Are you going to miss a day? You can miss a day." I'm like, "You just got out of the hospital." I'm like, "No, I'm going to work."
Exactly. Lou Embiid would have retired after year one. I don't think he would have lasted 1 year in the NFL. Look, football is a different game than basketball. It really is. Yes, there's the level of physicality. Don't get me wrong. And that's why they're more skilled and athletic. Football is more brutal. And I know they're trying to tone it down because how many times we see a hard hit and we looking, "Oh, that's going to be a flag." Where back in the days, we're like, "Oh, that was a great hit."
That was a great hit.
Yeah.
He put a freaking hit on him. Yeah. NBA guys could never play in the NFL.
Let
Even
me
if
say,
they think they could play on the NFL,
very few. Yeah, very few. Antonio Gates, Anthony Gonzalez, those guys are rare, but most, yeah, you're right. And let me say this. I will say 99% of today's NBA could not play in the 90s or the early 2000s.
Right.
99%. Because
Yeah.
it's different. I mean, think about it. I mean, you come down the lane and you would get a shoulder, a forearm right in your chest.
Yep.
Now, I know the rules don't allow that anymore. That's a foul. But a lot of these guys now, mm-mm, mm-mm. Trust me, you going up again. What's his name with the Ben Wallace with
Yep.
Detroit? That dude was an animal. Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason.
Even if
Come
you
on,
do,
man.
even if you go to Reggie White, you go to LT,
Mhm.
dude, you get hit by them boys. It's a fuck around and find out. They're not playing with you. They ain't looking to hurt
Mhm.
you. Back in the
Mhm.
day, in the 80s and 90s, they were looking to put you in the hospital.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
wanted you to throw the hospital ball. They're like, oh, I can
Mhm.
catch that, but I'm gonna let him catch it.
Mhm.
And everybody's like, I'm gonna let him catch it because I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him hard.
Exactly. And to me, that's my style of basketball. I can't lie because I can't shoot. I can't score. Now look, I can set screens. I can take charges. Now I can rebound because I'm a wide body, so I know how to bump you out of the way.
That's
But
me.
yes, but other than that, look, I always say I'm a 4 foot box center, and I'm 6'2". So it's like that's about it. Now in high school, could I dunk? Yeah. As I've gotten older and added more weight, once I got the 350, my days of dunking were done. But 300, 320, yeah, I could dunk. And I'm fine with that. Other than that, and shooting, free throw shooting, yeah, I'm terrible. I admit it.
I was
Outside
good at
shots.
free throwing. I could not shoot a three, but I get the free throw. I was good at that. But
Mm-hmm.
I was more defensive guy. Mine was, I'll get you the ball. I'm gonna give it to the guy I know is gonna be able to score and dunk it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, but I won't normally get fouled out because of the physicality.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's
I,
how I was in high school.
coach, I shattered somebody's nose one time. They said, "Yo, that dude went right to the hospital." I shattered it.
Hey, look,
Hit him
that's
with all forearm. So I went to swat it, and I'm short.
mm-hmm.
And they're 6 foot, and he was like just holding the ball up there, and I was like, "Wham!" I hit that ball, but my forearm hit his nose.
Mm,
Like Lord, they're like, "Yo,
exactly.
you're just
And that's the thing is, I know I don't have the athleticism for that, and the style and the finesse, and no, mm-mm, But like I said, in high school, my coach said it to me. He's like, your job is to rebound and foul. That's it.
yep," and fell out.
That's it, and set the screens. That's really it.
Yep,
Use up your 5 fouls. That's what I need you for, so the starters don't get in foul trouble. Okay,
that's what I
be
was.
physical, knock people around. And this is back in the '80s, so early 1980s. So just so y'all know, I'm old. So I get it. But again, different time, different era. And that's how I love to play. And that's why the '90s I loved, because it fit me the way I would play. Look, I'm gonna push you, I'm gonna grab you.
Yep,
Am I dirty? Yes,
yes.
yes, yes,
I agree. Yeah, I
yes,
am. I know I am.
yes. Even in football, I'm a dirty player. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna twist your face mask. You know,
I
I
do whatever
had
I
I
can
had
do.
I had pads because back in the days we had the big arm pads. And they would say, make sure you throw it in the wash. Not me. After the game, I'm putting it at the top of my locker. It used to stink. It was
Thing.
sweaty, smelly, and then it's sour. So then I'm putting my hand up in the offensive lineman's face. So what is he smelling? He's smelling that. You get that all in your face. And it's like, oh my God. Yeah, you're right. I'm a dirty. I'm rubbing it if I can on your. Yeah, I was a dirty player. The only thing I wasn't doing, I wasn't grabbing nobody in the private area. Now, would I knee them a little bit in the private area? Yeah. Am I stepping on fingers and stuff? Hell, people used to do that stuff
Yes.
to me.
They're
So,
doing that now. They don't get them wrong. They're doing that now. They'll step on your hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. Now I'm not Indominus Sue stepping on somebody's head. That I'm not doing. I'm not that dirty.
He's the guy
I
ain't
will.
stepping on his head.
I'm not doing that.
All right,
No,
he gets out of hand sometimes.
I'll step on the hands and the fingers, the toes. Yeah, I'll knee you a little bit in the pile up in the private area. Like I said, twisting the face mask and stuff. Yeah, I'll do all that stuff. But basketball, yeah, I'm grabbing, I'm fouling you, I'm hip checking you as much as possible
Yep.
when I'm trying to box you out. Yeah, I'm doing all that, because I'm a grunt. I mean, I know who I am and I'm comfortable with it. So, but yeah, I mean, they would hate me in today's NBA. They would hate
I
me. They
definitely,
would foul me out in 3 minutes. I know they would foul me out in 3 minutes. So my six
yeah,
fouls are
but
gone.
they used to foul me. I used to get fed out so quick, but they're like,
Mhm.
that little bit, it's all we needed. You're good.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and I miss those days, man. I miss those. What's up, Damien? Thanks for tapping in, man.
So,
Um,
Damien,
really miss those. So let's get on to uh the question of the day. All right. So are you currently chasing what makes you happy? Why or why not will it change? So, and just so if people understand, what makes you happy. Some people are chasing money. Some people are chasing love. Some people are their career. I mean, are you chasing it? Yes or no? And do you think it will change in your life? So, are you halftime? Are you chasing what makes you happy?
no, I'm not chasing stuff that makes me happy anymore.
Why not?
Got older. I got older and I got responsibilities, so I can't do what I used to love. My thing was I used to love gambling,
Okay.
and I still love it, but I don't chase it like I used to when I was younger.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I
So,
mean,
but I'm really good at it, but I
mm-hmm,
just don't chase it because I got a family, I got kids, I got a house.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
like, you want me to go play cards? I'm very good at playing cards. You want to play craps? I can play craps. You want to
mm-hmm.
play roulette? I can play roulette. Unless
Okay.
unless my devil is by. Coach, here's a story.
Mm-hmm,
I was playing cards down at casinos. Got my wife with me, but she went and gambled her way, and she leaves me alone at the tables.
mm-hmm.
I cleared the tables 4 times, Coach. I got like 10 grand. I'm betting. The dealer goes to people, yo, don't mess with this guy. He's going to take all your money. He knows how to
Mm-hmm.
play cards. I
Mm-hmm.
have to, and then she looks at me. She goes, I have to warn them because you just took out 4 times. You cleared out these tables. I got one more guy. I'm beating everybody. And guy looks at me and goes, I don't know why I want to call you with a pair of twos, but I'm gonna call you with these pair of twos. And like, I'm like, let me ask you a question. Dying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is there a woman staring at me? He goes, yeah, with some heavyset guy. And then heavyset guy's my friend. And he goes, why? I'm like, that's my devil. Every time she peeks her head around me, I lose. Every time. I gotta keep her away from me when I go to casinos. I won about but I still won a lot of money. I won like
Mm-hmm.
6 grand, boy. It
Mm-hmm.
was like I was up 10. I'm like, damn, dude, like, come on, can't you just stay away? She
Mm.
the devil, man. She my devil. But
Uh.
good. I'm very good with gambling,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
just don't chase it. And
Well, I
everybody's
mean,
like, well, gambling can really hurt you. And I never. You got to know how to gamble, and
exactly. No.
don't you can't. You got to know how. You got to know when to spend your money and how to spend your money. Where you're
So
not.
you never thought about being a professional poker player and
I
getting
did.
on TV.
No, I did. I really did.
So
I
you
wanted
can't
to,
have this.
I was going to go and actually go to the World Series of Poker and take the 10 grand. I wanted to do it. That's what I wanted to do. I really wanted to do it.
So do
I went
you
to the
think
casinos.
that?
I've been to casinos and I have done tournaments for 2
Mhm,
to 3 grand, but
mhm.
I wanted to go to the big one.
So you don't think you could take that money and just really focus on that and not touch your house money? Because I understand it. I commend you for being responsible. I mean, because that's the thing. A lot of other people, they'll just spend everything in their life and go broke. Because
Right.
you even said it, you know how to control yourself. So you don't think you could be able to be there for your family as well as pursue that?
Um,
Or is it Miss Halftime? She don't
it's
want you doing it.
halftime.
Oh,
It's Mrs. Halftime. She hates gambling, but she,
over it.
listen, she loves it when I win.
Mm-hmm.
When I win, when I lose, she hates it.
But then again, if you up there and you're
She only loves when I win. She hates it when I lose. Like, oh,
but,
you lost $200-300.
but think about if
And I
you had
just
the
won
chance.
5 grand. Like,
Think about it, you're going for $100 or $1,000,000, 100K or $1,000,000 if you can really get up there.
yeah.
That's why I'm
She
like,
don't want it. But then, I also got to
this
work.
is
I got to make
halftime.
sure I got
No,
food.
I get that. No, that part I get. So it's just like, isn't there a way you can do both?
I
So,
wish
and
I could. I wish I
okay,
could.
I
But now,
get it.
like I said, I'm older and
No, I get it. I get it. I get it.
tired, and like I'm always like it's over
Damien,
for me.
I want to
But
answer
that's
your
what I
question.
really wanted to do. I really wanted to become like a. I wanted to just play cards and be that poker person.
Well, if I
I
ever,
mean, poker. I'm good at craps. I'm good at slots. I'm not. I'm not good at slots. I can't play slots worth a fuck. I don't know how
Mhm.
to. I can't play a slot machine to save my ass. But if I go to the tables, I can win. It's like I can win.
Well,
I
if
have
I ever get the
confidence
money, I'm gonna front you.
that I'm gonna
I'll,
win.
if I ever get the money, I'll front you. I'll give it to you. That way, you don't have to worry about it. So, and she won't have to be on your back. So, you know,
She'll look at me and say, "We go use that somewhere else."
no. I said I'm gonna front you. So that means that we partners in this. So it's
I'm
not like
I'm really good at it, coach. I really am. But that's my thing. If I could, I would. That's what I should.
I got you. Let's answer this question. Do y'all think Gannon really need to apologize for slapping a player? I mean, it's a grown ass man in a grown ass sport, not a child. I will say this, Damien. Okay. Let some grown ass man come and slap you. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I get what you're saying, but there's still two grown ass men. You said it. It's a grown ass man. And I ain't letting no grown ass man. Now, if you want to yell at me, okay. Now, and there's a way to, get a little bit physical. What you're punching them in the chest. Come on, come on. Things like that, fine. But you ain't going around slapping somebody. A slap is an insult.
Yep.
That's personal. That ain't motivation. You
No.
let somebody slap me. I learned as a young coach early on in minor league semi-pro coming up from youth football. I had grabbed the guy in his face mask, and my partner, he grabbed me quick. He's like, Ed, you don't do that. These are grown, and I learned. And he was like, and the guy came to me. He's like, Coach, it's all right. I understand. But you know what? Yeah, if you had to grab someone else, you would have been in a fight. And you're right. You don't think about it. But now it's like, nah, you don't do that. These are grown men. They make some of these grown ass men making more money than you too. And you wanna curse someone out, what the F, are you really all right? I'm cool with that. That part I agree. But you ain't slapping somebody. Slap means I'm slapping you in your face. That's personal.
Yep.
I'm not talking about you slapping him on his chest. Come on, man. You better than that. And it's also
If
your
you're slapping
wording.
me on the chest, that's fine.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm not, and kids, yeah, you're right. You ain't putting no hands on no kids. So
Yeah, you can't
grabbing a
put your
face
hand on.
mask as a little kid, and you're not yanking it, but you grab the face mask and you get close to them, and you're better than it, and it's how you talk to them. It really is. So, I mean, kids are a lot different. Damian, I don't. That player was out of his mind, selfish. Look, I ain't putting my hands on somebody like that. I'm not slapping them. You know that's my main point. So I didn't see the play, so I don't know how he slapped them.
I hadn't seen the play either, so I don't know.
So I just know that I just know that slap means you hitting somebody in the face. That's the first thing. And you hitting another grown ass man in the face, you getting five across back at you.
Yeah.
I don't care if you the owner of the damn team. You ain't slapping me. I don't care if you pay me. Nah, screw all that, man. You can take your money and shove it up your ass. So, and sports needs to do stuff. Look, no, if he slapped him, yes, he needs to apologize for that.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So, no, now again, I need to see the video.
He can press charges on him if he slapped him.
Technically, yes. Yeah, we're gonna have time seeing his community grow. So Brian Dable going to the medical tent was a bigger deal. Look, that was wrong. Perception. I mean, if they have the rules in place, I even said, yo, he's stupid. You don't do that. Halftime said it earlier. You send somebody over to check out to see what's going on. Focus on the game. You're the head coach. You got 50 some other guys out there, or 40 something other guys who are playing the game. You can't be running. Yeah, that's your star quarterback. He's the one that's going to save your job.
Go check on him. That's all.
So there I was just like, yeah, halftime loves money. So I like money. I don't love money. I'm not gonna lie to you. Love is okay. So you love money. So do you love money more, or do you love Mrs. Halftime more? Do you love money more, or do you love your children more?
I love my wife and my children more.
Exactly. That's the point. So we all like money.
See what she just said? No, you're lying.
No.
I love money. I love money. I don't love money more than you. I promise.
No, trust me. I could tell he loves her more than
I do love football more than you. I love my sports more than you. Yes. I love my sports more than my kids. Yes.
See, here's the thing. That's why, and I'm being very literal. The word love. See, you strongly like. Love means you will sacrifice everything.
I really, really strongly like.
Love means you're going to sacrifice everything for it. So, and that's why I'm like, when you say love, do you really like money? Hell yeah, we all really like money. Do you love it?
Y'all like money.
I'm going to say this: Are you willing to go up and kill people for money?
No,
no. And see, that's the point.
No, but you. Like, you're not gonna go break the law.
Exactly. And that's there, but I know people that will break the law just to get money. Let's be real. And we all know people like that.
Somebody.
Yeah. So, and that's why when people say you love money, all right.
I don't know. Like, yes, because if somebody would do bodily harm to Mrs. Halftime, I want to go to jail for her.
Exactly.
My kids, I will go to jail.
Exactly.
For my kids, I love them. I'll go to jail. I'll die for my family.
Exactly. So
then again, Coach, I'd die for you, buddy. So he ain't saying much.
Yeah, no, I feel you. There's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, my first wife's brother. I used to tell people, look, man, I don't care if he's the last person. I'm down on the ground burning. I wouldn't even want him to piss on me to put the fire out. Let my ass burn. That's how, it's like, do you love? Do you hate? It goes to those levels. Do you love money? Yeah, I get it. We like money because we need it to survive and get by.
Yes. But we don't have the kind of money that we would love to have.
Yeah, exactly. So your wife is also bad luck when I gamble myself. I don't win. So, oh my gosh. Unless I'm playing poker against she plays poker against you.
Yeah, playing against me. You beat me every time.
Let's not open that door. I don't want to open that door. TMI. I'm not trying to go there. I don't want to know. So, gambling is like drinking.
Right. Sometimes I let her win.
Yeah. Look, yeah, you're right. I mean, heck, even like football, sometimes you, your kids are around you.
Huh? No.
Okay, look, you know how much I love football. I was with a female one time, and we were about ready to be very intimate or whatever. Got a phone call like, "Yo, we're going to play a football game." Do you know I got up and left her, and she was pissed off at me? I don't care. I don't care. I, back then, because I could go play football. Oh hell yes. Oh hell yes. So yeah, that's my vice. I admit it.
His dad done that once or twice. Like, hey, we going to go football. We gonna go do this. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's gonna be football. He be like, you love football more than me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. My kids felt like that back in the days when I was coaching. Like, Dad, you would go to this or that and leave us, and I'm like, I love y'all. I put food on the table, a roof over your head, clothes on
Yo,
your back. Now I'm going to go do what I want to do. So now
because
if
my
I
brother's gonna have like, oh, we got Christmas at my house, and I'm like, I'm not coming. I got the Eagles game to watch. Oh, you
mm-hmm,
can watch it here. I said, no, because I yell at my TV and I curse. And you all tell me
mm.
watch your language and you can't do this, you can't do that. You got rules. I like that. Well, you got kids here. You can't be cursing the way you are. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is why I don't belong here.
All right, so he slapped him at his side. So I mean, yeah, if you slap him out of
On the
anger.
side, but is he slapping him on the butt?
No,
Oh,
I think it's on the side of the head, and he's out of anger.
he's
See,
slapping on the side of the head?
no, he said he didn't slap him in the face, or he slapped him. He slapped his side. Well, if he slapped the side of his helmet, yeah, no, I have a problem with that. If you're talking about the side of his shoulder or something like that, nah, man, come on. That
No,
part, I'm
ain't no
like,
water.
nah.
Pat him on the
Yeah,
shoulder.
what's going on with you, man?
You got pads on.
Yeah, then it's
If
like,
he's if he is going for force and smack him in his head, all right,
yeah, all right,
maybe.
Lou. I'm gonna try and find it and watch it and see. So,
But if you find that, you let me know. You send it to me.
Nick said, "Why am I forcing you to choose?" Some people do love money. Our country, yeah, you're right. Greed is we live in a yes.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
greedy. I
agree.
ain't
That only
greedy.
our people.
I would. I ain't greedy with money.
Yeah, with
I would
more
never.
normal people like money, you're normal. You like money because you know what the benefits of it. So
Right.
it's not. It's that's what I mean. You're not going to sacrifice the good of your family for money. No,
No.
look, if somebody said, look, you gotta, you know, harm one of your child, and
Yeah.
the others will
I'm not
find it
giving
for
one of
this
my
month. No, no,
kids.
no, no, no. Now, if you want to say harm me for money, that's a different story. To help support my family, different story.
Right.
But I'm not hurting. But our society
I'm not
said greed is
hurting
normal.
somebody.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna break the law
yeah.
for somebody.
Mm-mm. No. And Lou, you're right. I am crazy. Guess what my name was in high school? Crazy Eddie. And if you know, there was a Crazy Eddie. His prices are insane.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I
I
was
remember
crazy.
that.
Yeah, I was crazy. Look, man, I used to take a stapler and I would staple my arm all the way up and down, put staples all in it, and then I'd pop them all out and I'd start bleeding and I'd lick it. And everyone look at me in high school like, ew, you crazy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But you also know what that did? It also, most of the people that wanted to, nah, man, he too crazy. Except
Yeah, he's
freaking
out there.
Willie.
So
Yeah.
we used when I played baseball,
Mm-hmm.
when we were sitting in the dugout, we had competition. We used to take an eraser and
Mm-hmm.
erase our skin.
Mm.
Hey, how much pain you can deal with
Mm-hmm.
as you keep on erasing your arm and see how big of a mark you can leave. Like mine was out to my elbow, blood dripping down my arm. I'm
See?
catching blood dripping up my arm. I go, you all right? I'm
I'd
like,
be
yeah.
right. Yeah, I'd probably be right with you. So
And I'm
that's the
over there
old
just taking an eraser
but
and just rubbing the
that's
skin off.
But that's the old Indian rug burn. Think about it.
Yep,
Remember the
that's
other?
all it is.
Yeah, that's all it
All
is.
it is. At the Indian rugby, you used to grab somebody's arm and just twist. And twist,
Look,
twist.
yeah, let me tell you something. Yeah, playing football was different, man. It just is different. I'm a big, fat guy, man, and I can get physical and I can hit people and not get arrested. Yeah. You
Yeah,
tell
hold on. You're
everyone.
gonna what? You're gonna let me do this?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Then he would. Yeah. Rodney was like, he may think he was nuts. Then he would. Yeah. Exactly. It's psychological. It's psychological.
Somebody's head.
Exactly. So you know how many times people are like, nah, I'm not messing with you. You crazy. You crazy. Yeah, so I am a little bit crazy. People would say, oh man, you walked in the middle of the hood late at night and you wouldn't care. Nah, man. Why? You're not scared? No. You're not scared somebody gonna shoot you? Man, I live my life. I've done a lot of good things. I'm not afraid to die. Am I trying to die? No. But I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid to die.
Yeah. So am I crazy? Yeah. You know, I mean,
I'm not afraid to die. Do I want to die? No.
No.
But will I die for my family?
Yeah. Hell yes.
In a
Hell
heart.
yes. My middle daughter.
No. I done lost that.
My middle daughter told me one time one of her ex-boyfriends hit her, and I was in a nursing home in a wheelchair, and I rolled almost out to the street because they live right up the street, and I was gonna roll right down there and whoop his ass. One of the directors and her were like, "Please don't go, please don't go." Nah, I don't play that. I don't play that. You know. Then I made a phone call. So and then she heard me. She's like, "Daddy, no." I'm like, all right. I don't play that, man. I don't play not with my family.
You can't play that.
My oldest always says the same thing. That I never worry about with my Skylar. You know, with my granddaughter, because she knows anybody mess with her, between her dad and me and my brothers. Oh hell no! It ain't going down like that, man. It ain't going.
My sister had 6 brothers, and her boyfriends didn't kidnap my one brother. Just nuts. Love going to jail. Said that's my home. Don't care. Don't mess with my little sister. I'm gonna hurt. Our boyfriends weren't worried about them. They said, "Worried about your little brother. That dude ain't right." He got some like I used to collect knives, and I love fishing, so I used to collect all these knives. I was sitting in the living room kitchen just sharpening my knives. My parents are like, "What are you doing?" Our boyfriends would go into my house, talk to my parents, and say, "I'm scared." They said, "Well, don't hurt his sister, and you're good." And they were like, "I'm bigger than he is." He goes, "That one ain't wrapped too tight. Don't fuck with his sister." It used to be funny. Then my sister would beat them up. I'm like, "You got beat up by my sister, dude. You worried about me?" It was funny, but my 6 boys, 1 girl. You know how to throw her hands.
That's my sister. Yep. She got nothing but brothers, no biological sister. So shoot, I mean, it was one time when we lived in Rawway. She called me, and she's like, "Ed, Carrie hit me." And literally, if I drove to their house, I'd be there in probably, if no red lights, I'd be there in like 2-3 minutes.
Yep.
I ran to her house and I was there in 5 minutes. So, because if you walked, it was probably like a 15-20 minute walk, give or take. I was there in 5 minutes, walked in the house, snatched Kerry up, lifted him off the ground and slammed him on the wall. And then I was about ready to just start beating his ass. And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't hit your sister. She hit me. And then my sister was like, "Yeah, I did. I was like, "You know what, Tara? This is the second time in our lifetime." Because she also did that, like her twin brother, my brother Derek. When we were living, I think I was like, they were like teenagers, like 17, 18, and I'm 20s, my early 20s. Next thing I know, my sister's crying. She's like, Derek hit me. So I'm like, and he's like, my brother's, he's small. Like I'm 6'2", 300. Then I'm like 315. Played college ball. So I'm well defined. and he's 5'6", 5'7", little skinny thing. He's like, I'll fuck you up. I ain't scared of you. So I was just like, knock it off, knock it off. So he pushed me. So, we started fighting, slammed him on the ground, then started stomping on his head. And my sister jumped on my back and pulled me down, and if I fell on the bed. So back then, you remember the old vacuum cleaners with the silver rod, the extension rods?
Yeah.
He had picked it up and hit me on top of the head. So I looked at him and I laughed at him. So I'm like, you really think that's gonna hurt me, bro? So, and he looked at me and he's like wide-eyed and he's like looking at me and I'm laughing at him. So next thing you know, I'm like, all right, bro, let's end this. We good, right? So he's like, man, I'll kill you. Because my brother's he has that mindset, if you push him, right? So I'm like, all right, Derek, whatever. Next thing I know, I'm starting to feel something dripping down my head, a little warm. So I'm like, oh, no, you didn't. You cut me.
Mhm.
So he's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, all right, wait a minute. I go in the kitchen. I come back. The big knife with the long one, I threw it on the bed. I said, go ahead. You got one chance. After that, I promise you, I'm going to rip your fucking head off. So he looked at me and he knew I was dead serious. So he ran out of the house, went and got to the payphone, called my mother, because she was at work. And then my mother calls the house. And I'm like, Mom, first and foremost, he's threatening to kill me. Him and Tar got in a fight. I came, he and I, whatever, we tussle. Then he hits me on the head and cuts my head open. You think I'm going to sit there and let that? I'll pack my things right now and y'all will never see me again. And she's like, no. Told my brother to go over to my aunt's house, which is what he did. And then this time with Kiri, that's when I told him, like, don't call me no more. Because you're going to get me to kill somebody and I'm going to end up in jail. Because I don't play that. I don't play that. You don't put your hands on my family, my close friends. Nah, I'll go to jail. You either going to kill me or I'm going to go to jail. And I'm not going to run. Oh, they're going to call the police. No, I did it. I'll be honest. I did it. I'm ready to do my time. My dad always raised me. Don't do the crime if you ain't ready to do the time.
Do the time. Yep.
So, and Lou, I respect you. I worked as a sub. I wanted to be a teacher working in the school district, so I understand how challenging it is. So, and you play like Scatbo as a quarterback. So, yeah, I love psychology side of it. Yeah, I mean, psychology in sports is, man, especially the trash talking, trying to get into the other guy's head and the little things that you're trying to. Yeah, hell yes, man. I love it. I love the chess match. And yeah, AI it was straight gangster, man. I mean, coming from, what is he from, Norfolk? I mean, yeah. What is it like for you to have a following here on YouTube? Did you ever think Nick? I respect and appreciate everyone. Do you want to have the following and be popular in a sense? Yeah, but I also, I can't let that lose focus, because really what this was for initially, this was about giving me purpose, because for those of you who don't know, I'm disabled and I use walking devices in a wheelchair, and I'm trying to get back to being the big sexy fatty that walks around chasing and having the ladies chase him. So, but seriously, sometimes being disabled, being at home, you just lose yourself, and this gives me purpose. Do I want to get back out on the field and coaching at the game? Hell yes. Do I have little proteges that I talk to? I break down their film and give them advice? Yes, I do. So I just look for a purpose, and that's what this is about. Now, if it grows, great. I have, on YouTube, 400 whatever followers. I appreciate and love everyone. I'm thankful for you all, but if I had one, same thing. If I have 10,000, the same thing. You're gonna get the same Ed that you see right here. So I appreciate you all. So thank you, Lou. Newport News. Thank you. My man Kenny's lives down that way. So you guys do a great job. I don't really drink anymore. I use edibles and got two ruptured disc in my back, and bro, halftime will tell you, I just had spinal surgery back in October, November of last year. I was in a rehab for a few months just to be able to get to getting home. So I know what it's like. I know the pain,
Yeah.
So, and if my apartment would allow me, yeah, I'd probably be doing some things like that too. But I got to use medication because we can't do stuff like that here. So got to play by the rules, which is, but I wake up every day, pain. Sometimes I'll be honest with you. There are days it takes me 6 hours just to get out of the bed, and I'm awake, but physically I just can't do it. So, and there's other days I can get up. Got aid service will come in to help me a little bit. So, yeah, I know the struggle, man. It's tough, but appreciate you. Like you said, you being in the school system. So that's what I was trying to do before I got sick. What, almost 10 years ago. So close to it. So
Yeah,
um
I got some messed up disc too. I got 2 in my
mhm,
neck. I got 4 in my upper back. I got a couple in my middle of my back, and I
mhm.
got it in my lower back. They want to put rods in me, and I'm
Yeah,
scared to death of it.
no, bro, I got one. I've had spinal surgery twice.
I only had it
Early,
once. I only had
you know.
the shots where they fill up the disc,
Mhm.
and that
Mhm.
didn't last. That only lasted about 4 minutes.
No, I did the early in the front. They went front and they put in a titanium plate. So I've had that since 2002, 2003, and then last year they took out part of my spine and then they put the rods in because it was compressing on the spinal cord, and he
Yes.
said a little bit longer I would have been paralyzed. So it's just like, yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. So
They
had
want
a
to put
great neurosurgeon.
rods in the back of my spine,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to put some plates on my disc.
Mm-hmm.
And like the doctors that I talked to, and I talked to a couple of them, they're like, "How are you doing what you're doing?" I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I said, "I just got to go through the pain." I said, "Don't get me wrong." I said, "If I did it, I want to crawl in a ball and fucking just cry.
Mm-hmm.
How much pain you're in? So I know
Mm-hmm.
what you're going through, Lo. I don't know how sometimes I even get up in the morning to go
Yeah.
to work. It's like when I get up, everything hurts, but it's a struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a struggle. I do it
Exactly.
because I got to get up because I got to feed the family, the kids, the wife, and pay the mortgage and all. But I mean,
See,
if I did not have to do it, I'd probably go with the surgery. But I'm scared to go through the surgery.
I probably would have been like you if my kids weren't grown up and they were dependent on me. So,
Right.
and yeah, it was that like that. My kids are grown. It's just me. So I don't have no wife. I
Right.
don't have any of that. So it's just like, all right, whatever. I can do me. And you know what? If I end up
But
paralyzed and
I'm also scared of it.
mm,
I'm scared of it. I'm scared to be in a wheelchair. I'm scared to not be able to bend down to tie my own shoes. Because they told me I'm never going to be able to bend down to tie my own boots anymore, so I won't be able to do my job. So I'm gonna be done. And I'm not that way. I just can't.
no, I get you. I
I'm
get
gonna
you.
struggle through the pain, and I'm like, I'm in some
But
serious pain all the time, and it's
But you're
very
doing it for your
frustrating. I
you're
don't know how
doing
to
it
do
for
it.
you're doing it for your family first and foremost. Like you said,
That's all I'm doing.
if they weren't there, then it would be a different story. And I feel you. I'm the same exact way. But now I will say this: I do like my little wheelchair. I mean, it's a power wheelchair. I get the motor around.
Little motor running, you got a
Sometimes
little
yeah,
big.
I got different speeds, so sometimes I'm like zip, zip, zip. It tilts back. Sometimes the what you call it elevates. I can tilt it with the legs. I mean, it's just there's people look at it like, yo, that's a wheel. Yeah, it's. But I will say this: it becomes a crutch. That's why it's like
Right.
my aide, my normal aide during the week. She says the same thing. You are so determined to get back to using your walk. I'm like, hell yes, and I'm trying to get off of that so I can get to using the cane. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from that. I'm like, I'm like, first of all, how am I gonna pick up a honey and I'm walking around in this or with a walker? They're gonna
Yeah,
look
they're
at me
gonna,
like,
you're gonna be like, yeah, all right, you're gonna be able to handle me. You're the one
exactly. They're like, you think you're gonna be able to? I'm like, hell yeah,
be able to handle me. Handle me.
exactly. That's exactly what
You
I'm like.
can't even walk right.
Yeah, yeah. Me,
You one
can
night
you
with
handle
me, boy,
me?
you're gonna be done.
Jeez. So, yeah, Nick says halftime you'll be able to retire in a couple of years and do YouTube for full time. I'm certain
I
of it.
will not be able to ever retire, Nick.
I will say this with social media, the platforms, like I'm not trying to focus on doing it as a full-time career, but if the money goes there and I'm making serious money, that's a different story. But I've heard the stories where most people, what a lot of people don't realize, a lot of YouTubers don't make money off of YouTube. You really don't.
Not
You know,
really.
y-
I'm
I,
making
I
money. I'm not making a lot.
I saw one guy. He
Not
has,
over
I think
you.
he
Like
has.
when the little bit you make, Coach,
Mhm.
it's unreal. You're not making a lot.
Nope, you're not. There's people. I'm telling you, there's people with a few thousand followers, and they're making a couple $100s a month.
I'm
You
making like if you like when you're streaming a game,
know. Hmm.
you're making about $5,
Thank you.
if that.
If that's the point, it's like you really don't need. Now, I am hearing you're making money on TikTok, and that is a platform that I'm looking at and I'm trying to understand. And I'm
I
actually.
didn't hit that. I didn't hit that big yet on TikTok. I got a
Look,
lot of views, but
they
I
told
ain't.
me I'm monetized. I just haven't started it. I'm not monetized on YouTube. So it's like I got more followers on YouTube than I do TikTok, and you're telling me I'm monetized. It's just all
I
right.
don't
I
know.
want to
I
know.
don't even know if I'm monetized on TikTok. I don't have
Yeah,
enough followers.
no, I don't have a lot of followers, but they told me. I think the thing is you with your lives. That's where you make your money. That's why I'm trying to understand. Like I'm posting now. I'm posting videos and stuff there,
I got a
but I
lot of
haven't done.
videos
Yeah, I haven't
and
done
I got a
lives.
lot of views, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
monetized on TikTok.
No, it's telling me because it tells me. I'll tell you exactly what it says. Oops,
I have to relook at it. Like,
see, James, look, I got more followers today. That's crazy. So, and oh, they're all liking my video. I made a video on the Giants beating the Eagles. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I forgot where it is. And it goes here. Activity
oh, got
center.
an only one. Oh,
Yeah.
250th anniversary.
Hmm. It's
We
your
got
anniversary.
we got a base around us that's a 250th anniversary, and they got helicopters and jets flying above my house.
Oh, it sounds like you close to McGuire.
No, I'm close to the just a regular airport.
Oh, okay, Philly
Philadelphia
Airport.
going there. They're leaving the Philadelphia airport and they go right
No,
across my.
my ex-wife, she lives in like I said, Gibbstown, so she's right across from the airport. So I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
we're right across it.
Okay.
It's like every plane that takes off, it goes right over my head. It's like one day,
Mm-hmm.
like one of those wheels are gonna come off and just hit my house. Like
They will still run ads on your channel and just not pay you. Okay, Sam Darnold has a season. Oh, okay. To see, I'm not even looking at a football game right now, so it's just like I'm enjoying doing this. So, and what makes me happy, I didn't answer that, is coaching and being a teacher, and which is another reason why I am doing this. So, in a sense, I've just changed the avenues. I'm still going for it because a lot of you guys tell me you learn stuff from me, so that makes me feel good. I'm still coach. I still have my little proteges. One of my former players, I call him my son. His son is actually as a freshman starting on one of the top high school parochial high schools in Jersey. So it's like okay, Ramir's doing this thing. So I'm like, all right. So he already has offers from a couple of mid-level D1 school FBS schools. So we're trying to work for him to develop his game so he can get some big time, because then that's where the NIL comes into play. And, and me and Rod, we joke here like, well, Pops, if, if he gets a big NIL, we're going to hire you as an agent, because technically I can be an agent. So, because my degree is sports management, so I can do anything in the field, and I can get certified as an agent. So, and they know I know that stuff. I've done contract negotiations, so I know how to read contracts, break it down. So my sister always jokes. She's like, "Ed, you probably would have been a good lawyer." I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not good with the justice system. So, but yeah, ultimately, that's me chasing my why. So, and when things happen, I adjust with it. So it was coaching, it was teaching. As a manager, some type of a position to teach and lead. So, but yeah, there you have it. That's my why. So, last thing we're gonna get into a little bit hockey. How excited are you that the NHL is here?
I'm really excited. Flyers got screwed the other night. I mean, they won the game, and then the refs put it away from them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're showing that they can compete with playoff teams. So I'm excited about it.
Okay. What are your expectations for the Flyers this year?
I got the Flyers going they'll make the playoffs. I don't have them going far deep in the playoffs. They'll be in the playoffs, though. They will make the playoffs this year. They'll be good.
Okay.
Rick Tocchet is a good coach, so.
What's up, Eddie? Thanks for tapping in, and blessings to you up in Canada. So came in at the right time. We're talking a little bit of hockey. So, I'm not a big hockey fan. I mean, I just follow the locals a little bit. I think the Islanders just lost the other day. The Rangers and the Devils. So, whichever team is hot, that's who I'm rooting for in the playoffs. So, I'm a casual hockey fan. I like hockey really to see fights. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like
yeah.
I like violence. The violence, you want to watch violence? There you go. Watch hockey.
Look, hockey is the right sport. When two guys want to get at it, let them fight. You penalize them afterwards, but let them fight it out. Everyone else back up. And if every other sport, I tell you, I guarantee, as Charles Barkley would say, I guarantee in basketball, if you let two guys get at it, a lot of them boys would just back down. Oh no, I ain't trying to fight. I'm not trying to get at it. So he says the Islanders will be better this season. Okay. So, but yeah, that's the thing. That's what always drew me. I had friends who played it. First of all, I can't ice skate. Can you see a 350? I got on skates one time, and instead of your feet being like my feet being like this, my feet went like with feet like this. So
you got to build your ankles stronger.
Yeah, it's just like, and see, I had bad ankles in college, so it always had to get it taped, and nope. And then now look, because my friend John used to say, "Man, if we could get you on skates, do you know how much fun you would have smashing guys into the wall?" He's like, you probably would make a lot of guys quit, because he's like, you're 300 plus, and going fast and crashing into the wall into these guys, you probably knock them out. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun.
It is fun.
But then again, guys hit me with the sticks. Then it's like, oh no, we fighting, man. Drop.
You just slashed me with that stick. That shit hurt. I'm punching you in the face.
Yes, exactly. So, but yeah, as far as in New York, I mean, there's 3 teams, or 2 in New York, 1 in Jersey. So there you have it. Not like you down in the Philly area, you only got 1. So
I just got 1.
You're
I love
lucky.
my 1 though, man. I love my 1. I hate
there you go.
So I love my 1 team.
Yeah, he's like, I want the field out back to freeze this winter. I'll be skating 6 hours every day. There you go. See, that's like me back in the day playing football as a kid. You go out there, doesn't matter. Ice on the street, you play tackle football on the street with its ice. There you go. I respect your hustle. 6 hours every day being out there skating. Now if I lived in Canada, I probably would have played hockey there. So, so
No, where I
yeah.
used to go ice skating when we were kids,
hmm
it was right behind Joe Flacco's parents' house. We
Mm.
didn't know who Joe Flacco was. He was just a kid, you know. But we
Oh.
right, like we were walking. His house, his parents' house was here, another house here, and we'd walk right between them both, and they would sit out back, and like, oh, we're like, sorry, we're just trying to get to the pond. You're good, and she'd watch everybody ice skate, and they would watch everybody ice skate. They have a big flagpole in front of their house, and he used to fly eagles and Phillies
hmm
flag. And I remember it, and I'm like, then I found out it was like, this is Joe Flacco's house. I'm like, he used to cut to the back of their house, and you could get in trouble with it, but they were cool people and never let it go. They're like, go and have fun. That was it. That was so cool of them. Then we get our skates on and we go ice skating a little bit.
Just real quick, ESPN. Just real quick. I just posted that up there. I just got it over my phone. Penn State fired James Franklin.
Oh wow.
I was not expecting that.
Oh wow.
Blaze, if you're there, let me know.
Wow.
And no, I'm not in the Philly area. I'm actually in North Jersey now. I'm a Central Jersey boy, so I live literally grew up around Rutgers, so I was in that area. So, but yeah, Blaze, if you're there, let me know because I want to hear your thoughts on this. So, yeah, I'll be tapping into that for the rest of the day. So, but let's get back to the hockey. So, who do you think is the favorite?
Already?
Hmm?
Why would they fire him already?
Because he's lost 3 straight games, and one of those was to Northwestern at home. Northwestern is not projected to be a good well, they're a middle of the pack team. So, but I always thought that if they fired it, I heard there was issues with his money. So I'm just trying to see if anybody posts anything. I don't have anything. Oh, they got volleyball. Ooh, volleyball. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's I guess Blaze is not here. So but no, Eddie, I'm not in the Philly area. Like I said, my ex-wife is, she's down there. So really Belichick last and James Frank. Yeah, during this season, yeah, that's crazy. So you still on? My son played 11 years of Flyers youth. It's an expensive sport. Most sports are, even football is. I mean, you have to
$5,000. And then you got to buy the equipment.
Exactly. So yeah, James Frank. Pete Thamel reported it. Yeah. So yeah, there it is. There's another one. So yeah, this is So who do they bring in? I thought
That's
James Frank would be
huge
fired,
move.
but I thought it would be. Yeah, if anything, I thought it would have been at the end of the season. If fire Shromore. I mean, I know Mitch might be saying that right now. So there you go. So that's going to be interesting. So, but let's answer that last part of that question. Who do you think is the favorite to win it all this year in hockey?
Right now,
Would you say it's Florida?
I'm going to say it's Florida or the Hurricanes. Hurricanes are going to be a real good team.
Oh, Carolina, they're going to be a good team. Okay, I'll be watching
Carolina
that.
should be a good team, but
And let's see, they look bad. Yeah, they look bad. So they lost 3 straight, and one was to a team that hasn't won all year, and they just but UCLA just won last week, yesterday, so they're starting to play better. So which was a byproduct of the head coach. So the question is now going to be first. Here's the thing in college now: these kids have 30 days to now transfer out. Once a coach is fired, they can now leave. So will they leave? And this is in the middle of the season. So, and they still have a chance possibly You
Are
know,
they gonna
depending.
leave or are they gonna find out who the coach is first?
But see, that's the thing. The rules say they have 30 days to transfer out, and once the coach is fired, they don't even have to, which is hard. You know, do they have the opportunity to see it's in season? So now if kids want to transfer at the end of the season, that's another different story. So and there's going to be a lot of schools calling someone, reaching out to these kids, or behind the scenes. Hey, if you want, you can come over here. Rutgers, Rutgers, Rutgers. So let me stop. That's wrong of me. I know that's wrong. Dave, actually, did you get a Flacco autograph?
No, Dave, but I did yell at him.
Okay, okay.
I did yell at him. I yelled
He's
at him
from,
and his brother.
he's from Audubon, right? Yeah, he's from
Yes.
Audubon, right? Yeah, my
Yep.
man, crazy Tom. He used to cover a lot of the minor league semi-pro games. He's from Audubon, so yeah. Penn State was projected. I thought they would be. Yeah, Mose, I just reported it. So
Yep.
I thought they would be.
Huge.
This is surprising, especially during the season, that they would fire him now. If anything, I thought you would at least wait till the end of the season, so, but hey, you never know. This might spark the kids who sticks around and, they go on and they can make a run. And, with can a 3-team get into the playoffs? So let's just say they make a run and they play a lot better. Are they in position to get into the playoffs? So that's the first time. The first time I ever watched a team win the Stanley Cup live was in '74, the Flyers. Oh, okay. Dave thinks the Panthers are the Oilers. Okay, Edmonton. Me too, Eddie. He was born in '84, so I never saw the Sixers or Flyers win it all. So, you a baby. You are a young pup there, Ed. I mean, Lou. '84. Wait a minute. Oh no, that was my junior year in high school. So yeah, you young gun. So very cool.
You
They
think
got
I'm young, Coach? Come on.
hmm.
You'll say I was young. I'm young.
Well, you are younger to me. You're a young pup.
You don't say I'm a young pup. Everybody young pup to you.
Yeah. So that's what I thought, Coach Ed. I'm not surprised Franklin was fired. I'm surprised they did. Yeah, that's my thing. I could have seen at towards the end of the season with the rules. I mean, it. Now I will say this. That's probably also the boosters and all of those people with the money pushing for the change.
Yeah.
So they're like, now again, it's first of all, what kids are going to stick around? They just lost their quarterback also for the season. So, so yeah, it's probably that's what I'm wondering. And a lot of teams in the Big Ten are going to don't be surprised. Ohio State, Michigan, Rutgers, starting to try and get some of these kids. And a lot of these kids are from the local area. So, it's going to make a lot of sense to see what happens. So, that right there is probably the biggest fire. And a lot of us were wondering if it would happen by the end of the season, but just not in season. The team Flyers used to hang in a restaurant in South Jersey called Rex's.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know that. So, wow. So hockey's going to be interesting. I'm going to be tapping in a little bit more. I don't know all the rules, so we'll see what happens along with that. So, you don't have any streams now going on this because the Phillies are done, right?
Huh?
You don't have any streams. You don't have anything set other than this from now on, right?
Yeah, just this today.
This and with Mitch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
What was it called again? Adelphia's used to be where the Flyers hang out after every game. After every home game, if you go to Adelphia's, Flyers will be there.
that's in Philly or in South Jersey?
In Jersey, right in Deffert, by the Deffert Mall.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
after every home game, they go there and they chill out.
oh my God, you said the
They
Denver
used to.
Mall.
I don't know if they do it anymore.
My ex-wife used to kill me between there and Cherry Hill, man. Those two malls. Oh my gosh.
Oh God, they're so annoying.
Yeah, but it was just like, she want to go and, and the first thing is we're both working at the same job, basically making the same money. She has one child, I have three, and she wants me to spend my money.
You know,
So, So,
Yeah, she didn't want to spend hers. She wants to spend yours.
oh, Mike is talking about in the 70s they were at Rex's. So, okay, so that was just back then. Okay, understood. So,
I mean, I don't know if they do Adelphia's anymore. I think they do, but they used
Mike,
to.
on the NHL website, there's a great photo of Clark, Leach, and Barber together at an event this August or September. Okay. Mm-mm. Like I said, I'm going to try and tap in and watch a little bit more hockey, maybe try and learn the rules, and so I can be comfortable. So, um, Dave asks, who's your favorite favorite player?
Who's my favorite hockey player?
Yeah.
Um, Wayne Gretzky.
Mm.
Wayne
Mm.
Gretzky was so unbelievable
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that the dude would sit on the boards, lean on the board, chilling, just so we watch a play being made, pick off,
Mm-hmm.
take the puck, and put it in there anytime he wanted. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky was one of the greatest. I know they
Mm.
called him the great one for a reason because he was that great. He would sit himself right on the board, just leaning there like, well, that's Wayne Gretzky doing nothing. And watched the play develop and said, all right, I got it. Pass
Mm.
it to me, I'll put it in the net real fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm.
if you want to
Okay.
go Flyers, Rick Tocchet. Rick
Okay.
Tockett's my boy, man. I'll live and die with that dude. Rick Tocchet would be, if you want to go just fly, me talking Flyers, it'd be, what you call it?
So in the 70s, Bobby Clark lived in Mount Ephraim. Okay. I know what Mount Ephraim is. So,
Can't stand Bobby Clark.
why?
He kind of hurt Eric Lindros's career.
Oh, okay. He was
They
the
made him
manager.
sign a contract, and yes, his parents are involved, but Bobby Clark came up with a contract like Wayne Gretzky did, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Larry Lemieux, that you don't check people and you can't hit people; they won't hit you. But that didn't work out because Eric Lindros came across the ice, put his head down.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, Bobby Clark was a good player. He just hurt Eric
Mm-hmm.
Lindros' career.
No, I got you. Some people are better as players as opposed to coaches. So, halftime, that was a myth. Sorry. Oh, okay.
That's not a myth, Mike. 100% not a myth.
Mm.
That is
Oh
not
my
a myth, buddy.
gosh. It seems like every news outlet is reporting this now. Everyone is. Okay. I guess I gotta go make a little video talking about it. So,
Now you see the video?
yeah, just a little bit and create something and post it on my YouTube. So, um,
Yeah, everybody's reporting.
maybe, yeah, that's why it's like my phone is just blowing up. I mean, I was looking at Twitter just real quick, and it's just like everything
On
is,
Twitter, there's like 9 in a row. Like,
yeah,
he's fired.
exactly. So, and I got a couple of people. Looks like they're posting. Yep, they're just creative spaces now. It looks like to talk about it. So, and I'm going to be tapped into a couple of Big Ten spaces. So, we'll see how it goes. So, what else does he say? Bobby Clark was very unprofessional the way he dealt with Lindros and his family, which
Yeah.
is points to what you were talking about. His contract on his rookie deal and the lockout had a lot to do with his issues with.
Now,
Okay.
the lockout did have a lot to do with it, yes. But the contract where he made it, where Eric Lindros was not allowed to check anybody no more and be the physical person that he was playing, there's a contract
Mm-hmm.
that he signed because of Bobby Clark.
Mm. The
Penn State
USDA.
has to pay $49 million.
Wow, the FDA announced a recall of frozen vegetables product that was
Yeah, what?
distributed nationwide.
Over $49 million for James. Wow. They got to give him $49 million and they let him go?
For those of you, just so you know, the FDA, Snowpack Foods of Caledonia, Minnesota, is recalling its Delmar 35-pound bulk organic frozen spinach and Snowpack 10-ounce organic frozen cut spinach because there's the potential to be contaminated with listeria. So if you do have those, contact your local distributor and see what you need to do. Everyone be safe, with those frozen vegetables there. So just look, I get everything on my phone, man. I get everything, all types of different news.
He got
So
frozen food on his phone saying, yo, bring it back.
yeah, so it's frozen spinach. So
Man, I don't
Delmar.
need no frozen food.
No, I do frozen vegetables.
I don't do frozen vegetables. I don't do vegetables.
I love me some vegetables, man. I got a salad in my refrigerator right now. I'm gonna go open up a can of tuna and probably throw it on there. So, because I was thinking about grilling some chicken, some eagles, but I'm probably just gonna do tuna. It's a big story. When was the last time a college team that people thought was gonna win? No, you're right. That is Big Lou. It definitely is. The problem with Lindros was that he was the biggest player on ice all the
Yep.
way to and didn't have to worry about being clobbered until he went to the NHL. So halftime gave Mrs. Halftime. Google it. I'm telling you that's not true. Please check it out. Okay.
It's
Okay.
true, though. I know it's true. Been there for
All right.
years.
So Lindros's issue was concussion. Back then, you were allowed to hit in the head area.
Yes.
Really?
But he was supposed to sign he signed the contract that said that it's like Lemieux and friggin' sign. You weren't allowed to friggin' check them.
Oh, I forgot. That's why Blaze is not here. The Steelers are on. I forgot. The Steelers are up 9-0 on the Browns.
I can't believe they're going to pay him $49 million. And
Pay
they let
who?
him go.
Pay who?
Penn State.
Oh, yeah.
Penn State got to give him $49 million.
That's why I said that's boosters. That's what somebody said. I'll pay it. Get rid of them. Think about it. That's what that is. Somebody with money said that they will be willing to pay, because I said the same thing. You got to pay him some money. Yeah, Damien, we're already talking about it.
A little bit.
Yeah, we've been talking about it now for the past, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. So, yeah, right now somebody is paying that money. So, let me see. They just released the AP polls too. So, let me see. College football. That's the one thing I like about my phone, though. The AP didn't hit theirs yet. So, let me see. Yeah, I got a lot of college football work to do now. So,
yeah, now that put a lot on your list.
you can see Bill O'Brien or Belichick?
No,
I can't. Belichick is not. I can't see him.
Ain't going to Penn State.
Nah, I can't see that. I can't. And if it's Bill O'Brien, they already went through that. They're not bringing him back.
Yeah, they ain't bringing him back.
And both of those coaches are doing terribly right now at BC and North Carolina. North Carolina would love to see him go. Bill Belichick is not leaving. Trust me.
Oh, he ain't leaving. Belichick ain't leaving where he's at.
He's not doing well. In Belichick right now, the issue he's having is the recruiting. He did a terrible job in recruiting. He brought the wrong type of players. He thinks it's more like the NFL, and it's not. So, good catch. Almost intercepted there. So, Bill Belichick is not going to coach again. So, I think once he leaves in North Carolina, he's done. He's done. You might as well go to TV, be like Nick Saban, and that's it. So, now look, Could I see Nick Saban going to Penn State if they really wanted to bring him out of retirement? Yeah, I could see some of that.
Yeah,
He is
but
the
they
next to get
pay
fired.
him tons of money.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. And
You have
then
to
you got to
pay
look
him,
at,
what, 80 million?
well, it also depends on what his contract is with Alabama too. So, so there's a Bill got fired from NC. Bill got fired from it. North Carolina was fired on.
No, he didn't get
Bill
fired.
Belichick was not fired.
I'm reading, yeah, you gotta stop looking at Facebook, dude.
Damien, I don't know where you got that information. I could tell
Belichick
you
didn't get
assuredly.
fired. I'd seen that on Facebook. You gotta stop reading Facebook.
That's what you heard. No, I'm telling you right now, Belichick was not fired.
Yeah, he didn't get fired. That would be
No.
breaking news.
That would be all over the place right now. Trust me, you would have been hearing it on TV, Sports Center, all the sports media. Yesterday, it would have been talked about. So trust me, you may have heard it. Someone said that to you, but that didn't happen. So let me see. The Browns are at the Steelers, 25-yard line, 24-yard line, and they didn't know. Yeah,
David,
Mike Green
you gotta
says the
stop
same
looking
thing.
at
He wasn't
Facebook,
fired.
dude.
So,
You gotta stop looking at Facebook.
now you good, Damien. I understand. Sometimes you get misinformation in today's technology. I will say that. So
No, you got a lot of people that are they just give out the wrong information. Just for a hot take.
okay, it's not allowing me to see it there. So let me see. Let me see the coaches poll. Coaches poll was released, same as I have it. I have Tech. No, I don't have Ole Miss that high. Alabama, Georgia Tech, yeah. Oregon is at 9. I have them at 10. LSU, yep. A lot of the same. Notre Dame, I don't have that high. BYU, I don't have that high. Virginia, Memphis, USC, Utah, yep. I don't have Illinois. Illinois is out. Yep. So I have all the same ones as the coaches poll in my rankings. So I just released my rankings early this morning. So what if Urban Meyer's coached Penn State? That would be interesting. But would he want to? Because he's going to have to go up against Ohio State. That's the question. So, his girlfriend might have got fired. Mike says, Belichick.
That is hilarious. Mike said his girlfriend might got fired.
Have fun. David asks, how far are the Sixers going?
They're not making the playoffs.
So there you have it. So they're not going far. They're not making the playoffs.
They're not even making the play-in.
Okay, so they're going to be in the lottery. So that's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the lottery. So, man, I'm trying to see what other sports media. I have to do it over whatchamacallit. It's probably on whatchamacallit. Yeah, so I can Google it. It's not there. And J.R. Smith. At least to me, that's a little surprising coming from us. But also notes. Okay, so yeah, Fence Gardens is talking about it. Okay, so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people I know talking about
It's
it.
all over the place.
Yeah, it's just not on the.
Right now, I'm like, dude, $49 million.
Ooh,
and you
good.
tell him to go home.
Ooh, damn, shit. Oops, sorry. Let me stop. Let me not even go there. So, if Rutgers can't beat this version of Piss, they're playing in one senior. I'm with Mike in this one. So, let me Mike Broadbent. Yeah, so let me see what he's saying. Now, one of the Rutgers sports beat writers, something that he's talking about. Yep, everything on Twitter right now that I'm getting is about James Franklin. So, okay, so yeah, I'll tap into that a little bit later. So, all right, so I can get into I got a lot of info to talk about. So, where are we at? Okay, Sixers going as far as the Flyers are going to win the Stanley Cup. Damien says. Yeah, the rig block.
The playoffs. They're not going to win the Stanley Cup.
Okay, there you have it. So, And CBS Sports News. Let me see. Damn, oh no, they do have it. All right, so what you call has it. So yeah, I got a lot of reading to do. What do you think of Pavia? I mean, he's an okay quarterback. I mean, he's not one of the elite quarterbacks. So, uh, I mean, but if you get him in the right system, he's serviceable. So, but he doesn't fit. I'm not as a coach. I wouldn't be overly concerned. Let me say it like that. I don't fear any player. I'm just not overly concerned with him. So, Cleveland is lining up for a field goal right now. Looks like it's a 5, 10, 15, 31-yard field goal, and the kick is up, and it's good. So it's right at halftime. So they're at halftime. So I know maybe Blaze comes back in. I was trying to see if he was there, but I know he's tapped into this game. So yeah, and I got to prep anyway for all my stuff that I got to do. So yeah. Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No.
All right. In this halftime,
We hit everything.
Yeah, we got everything.
My team, so
Yeah, and we got the breaking news right off the bat. So
yeah.
But appreciate everyone for being here. Come back, rewatch it. If you came late, make sure everybody hits the like button for halftime, for me, for the hardcore Aboriginal. Appreciate everyone for being here, rocking with us. This has been a great show, especially since we have no Eagles or Giants on today, so we could go a little bit longer. So, but we'll be back next week. Same time. Well, I don't want to say time, but same bat channel, as they used to say on Batman back in the day. So, appreciate everyone. Y'all be safe. Great conversation. Thank you all, and y'all have a great night watching football. So if you watch football, or what does Lou say before we get out of here? Mike was absolutely rigged the lottery in the NBA. But again, thanks a lot, Lou. Talk to you all. Y'all be safe, and
appreciate you guys.
And what do you always say when you leave with Mitch? What's the last thing you say?
You guys on the rebound.
There you go.
Gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Phyllis Hart and Coach Edd's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.